Welcome to the podcast, Least Likely to Succeed. My name is Chris Chuck, and today we are outside of one of my friend's house, Robert Felmey. He is a master tech, state inspector, business owner, and a former Nissan fan.
Former right now. Well,
as of now, he is not a fan of Nissan for very good reason.
Well, a very great reason, I call it, because it's a safety concern more than anything.
It is from what I was reading on your posts, you have very good reason to believe so, or just to not be a fan of them anymore, or at this current point in time.
Yeah, it can change.
Hopefully,
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, but I'm not going to hold my breath because it ain't worth dying over.
It's not. So tell us a little bit about the issue that they're having. This ongoing issue that they've been having.
It's an ongoing issue with the L32 body. Altimas started in 07.
You're speaking Spanish already. What's the L32?
Starting in 07.
Give us a model year. Okay.
07 and forward, I believe it was till 13, with the dashboards melting.
Like just melting out of nowhere, or
it's melting from the heat inside the car.
That's ridiculous. So they make a dash of ABS plastic?
I think it's actually some sort of foam.
Yeah, meltable.
With plastic, some sort of, I don't even know what plastic, some sort of covering over it.
Styrofoam.
and it's melting, and it gets very sticky. It's like a rat trap sitting in front of you. It's sticky.
That's no bueno.
And then it starts to crack.
Oh, wow. So it like breaks apart, kind of like those Dodge dashes? Not that bad.
Not quite that bad.
Okay.
Because they break apart like
in chunks,
like potato chips.
Yeah.
Like
That's basically what they become, potato chips. Don't press it on too hard. Don't touch my dash because
don't touch the dash.
You're gonna cave the shit in, and I can't get the back. Look, if I drop something back there, if I drop my Easy Pass back there, bro, I'm fucked.
Yeah, it's gonna be sitting down there in the blower motor.
Yeah.
It's gonna go down the vents.
Hopefully not in the blower motor, because that's supposed to be a closed system anyway.
No, it'll go right down the defroster vents.
Well, yeah, and if it ends up back there, then hopefully it falls on the floor, or it's just trapped back there for good. Because I'm not retrieving that shit.
No.
I'm going to call Dodge and be like, yo, I need $35 for y'all niggas to give me another Easy Pass.
So I guess it'll really be on the other side of the heater core, or the
Yeah, so let me burn myself getting it so I can sue Dodge again.
Yeah, you won't get anything out of Dodge.
God damn it.
You know they meant that as a verb.
Dodge Ram. Oh, no, wait, no. Oh, no, that was the oxymoron that I thought of, sorry. Dodge Ram.
Well, I mean, they also owned by Mopar, which is just short for Moparts.
Yeah, Moparts needed.
Moparts.
Yeah. And now their Rams are not even made by Dodge. So
they're their own entity now.
Yeah.
Ram.
Basically built by someone else who makes garbage.
I mean, why change something? They got too many people that love it.
Yes,
it works.
And it looks like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Dodge.
Yeah, neither am I. You mean the Ram?
The Ram or the Dodge, They all look the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's still shit.
But they have a good motor. Cummins, the only good motor they have.
It's actually an engine. Motors are electric.
Sorry. You know what? With that goddamn train.
Is it moving again?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it, we'll keep going. So tell me, what are you doing in this household, man? Have you converted to a bidet yet? Have I?
Nope, you have not.
Have you thought about it?
Nope.
Have you told your wife? A little bit. Have you told your wife?
I told her that you had some sort of fetish with a bidet.
It's not a fetish, man.
It's a fetish.
I just wish that. I mean, you have a pool here. Just imagine if you had a bidet, how many clean asses would be in that pool? Other than people swimming around with butt crumbs in their ass.
It's salt water. It's good. It's done.
Yeah, I know, but
it's like swimming in the ocean.
Gross.
It's sterile.
Sterile.
Yes.
It's not a saline wash, man. That still.
No, but it is salt water. It's literally salt water. You dump salt in it.
I know it's salt water. Yeah, I know, but still, I still feel some kind of way about it. You know.
I mean, if you jump in with peanut butter in your ass crack, then that's a problem.
I like that analogy. Peanut butter in your ass crack.
You're going to know before you get in the water.
But some people don't care. That's the problem.
That would be a huge problem that they would have to deal with. If I don't know, then I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I just wish people kind of just converted their ways, man.
Well, we're not all French.
We don't have to be either. But you know what? They have a good idea. They've had a good idea.
But it's not a great idea.
It's an awesome idea.
It's wasting water. You're wasting resources.
And you're wasting paper.
It's biodegradable.
Right. And so is plastic.
No.
But it takes... actually, technically it is. It just takes a really, really long time.
But paper doesn't.
It's still fucking paper in the water, man. It's still wads of shit in the water.
It's all biodegradable. They got a plant with centrifuges in it. It's done. I don't worry about that, and that's a shitty job.
Even then, it saves you money.
It's not saving me money. You pay for it coming and going. The city's going to get you.
Well, yeah. Duh. You can't even go off the grid without the city getting you.
Nope.
Not allowed. You want solar panels in your house? That might cost you some extra on your taxes at first.
Look, the trash was not done last week because of
our lovely hurricane.
The wind blew.
Yeah.
You think they're going to adjust my bill because they only picked it up 3 weeks instead of 4?
No, they're not.
They're not.
And that's the fucked up shit.
Meanwhile, I have, 3 girls in my house that tend to generate an astronomical amount of trash.
Yeah.
Piling up. And I got to set it out on the curb and wait for them to eventually pick it up.
We should set it on the curb and leave it on the curb.
Well, that's what they said. Put it on the curb and leave it there. Mm-hmm. And they'll pick it up.
Whenever they want to.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Because they're not going to work more than they have to or harder than they have to.
You're a guy that always has to deal with somebody.
I am.
You deal with a lot.
Guy.
You know what? I've always heard the laziness of everyone else's stories through you. Why do you pick up on so much shit? Why do you always have to deal with these lazy ass motherfuckers?
I have no idea. I guess because I'm able to, and I see it, and I just call them out on it.
I wouldn't say you're able to. It just seems like they just come to you. They're like, oh look, there's Robert Felmey. I'm gonna go deal with this guy because I'm lazy as fuck. Maybe just that picky.
No, our population has just gotten that lazy where most people just don't call them out on it.
It's less lazy to wash your ass with water than use toilet paper.
Yeah, but it takes too much time to sit there and wait, and then you're done, and then you still got to dry off at the end of it.
Yeah, you just use 4 squares.
It's time is money,
and toilet paper is money.
You got to have it either way. You still got to have it. So
yeah.
You either spend time or spend money.
And
time is the one thing I don't have a whole lot of.
And with you running a shop and hating Nissans and...
That's why I don't even cut my own grass anymore. I don't have time. It costs me too much money to cut my own grass.
Oh, you fancy.
I'm not fancy. I'm just use both my brain cells.
Oh, so you're rich.
No, I'm far from rich.
Oh.
So broke I couldn't get out of sight if it took a quarter to get around the world.
You know what? You always have some fancy fucking saying for everything.
So, you know where I got that saying?
No.
That's from a movie, Heartbreak Ridge. Clint Eastwood movie.
Sorry. I haven't seen very many Clint Eastwood movies.
Oh, well, you're missing out on a great movie.
I mean, I'm sure I am, but it's a Western?
No.
Okay.
He plays a gunny in the Marines.
Might be interesting.
It's a great movie.
It's starting to rain.
It is starting to sprinkle a little bit. That is not going to be a good news for us.
No, it is not.
So we might have to hit a pause button and move inside.
Yeah, and it sucks because we're not even that far in. God damn it.
You got battery in this thing, right?
I mean, yeah.
All right, so you just unplug it from the wall.
Yeah.
And then carry it inside. It'll still be...
Yeah, we can do that.
Saved.
I think we'll do that. So
do that before it gets wet.
Yeah. So we're back. We had to come inside and move Robert's wife out of the kitchen and move his kid out of pretty much the house. She's in her bedroom.
She had to be where she couldn't hear what was being said.
Right. Hopefully she can hear what we said because sometimes I get kind of loud. But I'm not trying to be loud.
You get dramatic and a little bit of a sailor mouth sometimes.
I do. See what alcohol does?
It's not the alcohol.
I know, it's just me. I'm sorry. Anyway.
See, you're trying to do the blame game. You're a millennial. I mean, just blame somebody else. Blame something else.
What did you just call me?
You're some sort of millennial.
Some sort of millennial. Game. I don't think that I fall into the category of millennial because I went through the millennium, as you did, 8 years earlier than I did. But Yeah, 8 years makes you old. Anyway.
Oh, not even close.
Robert's about to retire.
I can still outwork you.
And I'm sure you could. I've seen you do. Okay, I remember you were quote unquote racing yourself, doing a front cover on a like 95 Nissan Altima, and your goal was to get it done in I think in like 4 hours or 2 hours or something like that.
Well, the goal would have had been like an hour and a half.
I think it was 2. I think your goal was 2 hours, but you got it done in like an hour and a half. You were literally throwing tools in your tool car, if I remember this correctly. Actually, I do remember this correctly.
It's like an hour and 40 minutes was the fastest I ever was able to do one.
Dude, and that's fast.
I worked with a guy that could do them an hour and a half.
But at the same time,
jealous.
the reason why you were that fast is because you have done multiples before that, so you kind of knew what you needed.
Oh, I still know what I need. I haven't done one in probably 5 or 6 years.
Right. But that's the thing that always sticks in your mind is, I know what I need. Okay, this is what the job is. I know exactly what I need. The first thing you do, you pop the hood, make sure everything is there, make sure, all right, so this is what we're going to do. Grab all the tools.
I don't even have to open the hood.
Yeah, you do.
Nope.
Because you want to see, well, should I wash his engine first?
Nope.
Or
it's going to get cleaned anyways.
I mean, but sometimes you gotta do a preliminary. You gotta do a preliminary cleaning because why you wouldn't work on just oily, caked on shit?
Because it's got to get cleaned anyways. You can't clean it on the car.
Yeah, you can.
Nope.
It's called a grease in a water hose.
Not me. There's too much dripping going on from the water.
But you're not even under it much. You're doing most of the work on top.
You're still under it for about 20 minutes.
And they make compressed air for a reason.
Yeah, but you can't get all the control arm out. Get all the water out of that. You just
yeah,
can't.
We're just trying to make it easy so you can actually see what you're doing. Actually, you already know what the bolts are.
You know
so
what
it doesn't
the
even
question
matter.
I was asked?
What's that?
You know what the question I would ask?
What's that?
How much does that pay?
Oh, that is. I tell people that, especially about when you're stuck at the dealership and they have no work coming in, and you're standing around and you're kind of like, what? So, do we get to go home? No. Clean your bay. Well, how much does that pay? Nothing.
One goose egg.
Well, okay. I'll do myself a favor and clean my bay. All right. So you clean the floor. You're done. You're still standing around. What else do you do?
Yeah, but how many times have you ever seen me standing around with no work to do?
None, because you were the guy who was always, you're either in the sales manager's office or you're up front trying to get PDIs.
I'm looking for work.
If I remember correctly, and I do remember correctly, because this was a thing that you did. Me and you bartered at one point in time. Remember when you did the timing belt on my Integra? As I was doing PDIs for you?
No, I don't remember that.
I do remember that.
It could have happened.
No, it did happen.
Because
you had like 8 cars lined up and was like, all right, do these PDIs. Or we'd already talked about it beforehand. I was going to do the PDIs. You did my timing belt. And we were there probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I cut it short that night.
Well, at this point, it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But I know for a fact, I remember 3 o'clock in the morning doing PDIs.
I have done that many, many times.
I know. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but
that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
You got to make hay while the sun shines, though. If the work's there to do it, you do it. You don't sit around and all right, I'll do this tomorrow. Well, what happens tomorrow? You get a bunch of work that comes in.
But here's the thing: do you feel that for your average hard worker, do you feel like you're kind of above the bar of hard worker? Because nope. I think it's a little bit excessive.
I mean, so did my wife.
Right. I don't think she was wrong.
Well, I mean, if I am able to work 40 hours at a time, what's wrong with that? I mean, I go home in the morning, take a shower, go back to work.
Yeah, that's
and at the same time drop our oldest one off at daycare,
who's now 17.
Mm-hmm. She is.
And wow.
So anyway. I would leave at 5:30 in the morning, come home, shower. She would get up, she'd get dressed, drop her off at daycare, and I'd be back to work by 7.
How do you survive?
I'm poor.
No.
My kids have got to eat.
How do you live with hours of sleep? And you're not doing just any job. You're working on cars, so your mind's got to be there because you got to diagnose shit, and then you still have to work.
I would go Monday to Saturday with like 10 hours of sleep, and by Sunday, by Saturday night, I got to sleep for like 8 hours.
And you still did side jobs.
Sometimes.
Man,
But if it's there, you got to do it. I mean, that's.
I mean, you
just
don't
how
have
it
to
is.
do anything, but if it's there, you might want to do it. Maybe.
No, you sell the big job. You put that over to the side. You go on to something else. So 5:30 rolls around or 5 o'clock rolls around. Everybody else goes home. You get to work. Don't have to ask.
You get the
questions.
That's when you get the real work.
That's when I get to work. I don't have to answer questions. I don't have to go test drive with a customer. I don't have to go help, the guy at the other end of the shop that was stuck on a problem.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind doing. But it took away from my time to make my money. They didn't want to pay me any extra for that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go do it. No big deal.
I don't know.
So I make more money at night than I did during the day.
I feel like a lot of people don't have the inside of what it's like being a mechanic, and even now you're this is your life. This is basically this is your life now. Even then, of course, it was your job, but now it's your life because this is your business as well.
It's always been my life. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Aspirations of self-employment, they take time.
Yeah.
And this opportunity actually just fell into my lap.
Oh.
I was lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't say lucky.
No. I mean, I think a part of being successful is lucky. Like, because there's sometimes where, like, a position opens up, you're lucky that position opened up, because who knew that guy was going to leave? Who knew that this person was going to croak over and die? Who knew this person was going to retire early?
Well,
and you just happen to be there.
No, the guy that owns the building that I lease, I've known him for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he owned that particular piece of property, and he had a guy in there for like 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
The guy was out of there almost a year. Nobody in it.
Yeah.
No income from that piece of property.
Mm-hmm.
Had I not had the work ethic that I have, he would have never approached me of going into that business.
Yeah.
So he took a chance, and it's panned out for both of us. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not setting the world on fire. I'm not going to retire anytime soon.
I mean, but I think with your work ethic and the amount of customers that you do have,
we've grown from.
Yeah.
I was
You're doing something.
I was a one-man band for a long time.
Yeah.
Had one guy that I hired, and then he left, had another guy come in. So now I'm up to 3 guys. I got 3 guys and me.
Yeah. That's good.
In 6 years.
That's good.
So I don't owe nothing in that shop except for my alignment machine. I owe a little bit of money on that.
Yeah.
And the transmission jack that I just bought, which happens to be like the greatest transmission jack ever.
Wait, okay, so I saw a video of one the other day. Is it the ones with like the arms fold up and it has the little fucking things that come? That it looked pretty badass.
It is. I've had it like 2 weeks, and then we used it like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, good to hear. And okay, so like I've said, I've known Robert for a really long time, and Robert always has his own ways of doing things. Some ways some people would think are probably a little obtuse, but in other ways, like, nah, that's just his way, and I get why he does that, but he's probably the only person that can really do that. Like, pay your fucking tools off, like, in a record time.
Always pay the tool man.
When you had, like, when I worked there at Victor Nissan, that was on what, 2003 to about 2004, somewhere around there. I think up to 2004.
Early to mid 2000s.
Yeah, you were 5 years in.
Oh no.
I mean, you started when you were like 18, right?
96. June 6th of 96.
So you're about 7 years in.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 to 8 years in. You had quite a lot of tools.
I did, but I didn't go out partying.
And then but the whole point of it is that they were paid off.
Right.
And you had a house.
I paid the tool man.
But the thing is so even if you had an apartment, you went out partying, you still paid your tools in 7 years, and it wasn't like you had. I would say the average person, the average mechanic or whatever who pays their tools, yeah, they pay it here and there, and they still get more tools, which you kind of had a good hold on. I would think you weren't always getting the newest shit, the hottest shit. If you really needed it, you got it, or you made it.
Right.
Other than that, dude, you had a decent sized box. Your stuff was paid off or close to it, or you owed them $100 that you're gonna pay them next week.
Well, and then I would end up going to buy something big.
You didn't buy anything big when I was there. in that short span of time,
you notice my wife over there, right?
Well, I said in that year and a half that span time, except for the no. Actually, you know what? Except for the fucking the Sentra that you dumped mad money into.
Well, I dumped all that money in after I sold my other house, but
yeah, I mean, but you still did it.
I did. But I had a lot of money in tools only because that's all I did. I bought tools.
Yeah.
I didn't party, drink, smoke all the time. That was crazy.
Yeah. Didn't
buy new cars. Never had none of that.
But you lived a mechanic lifestyle. That's why you don't buy new cars. Because you don't need a fucking new car. I can buy something that I could work on. I need to work on every now and again. Other than that, it runs and drives. So when it comes to time of, hey, this car doesn't run, you know to yourself, well, my car runs, so it's not my problem.
That's right. I didn't build it, buy it, or break it.
And I got that quote from you.
My car runs just fine.
Yeah, it's not my problem.
Nope.
All these other cars that are in here, not my problem. So if it don't run, yeah, I'll leave at 5 o'clock, let the customer know. So
you left at 5 o'clock. I didn't leave at 5 o'clock.
Well,
I left 5 o'clock the next morning.
I'm just saying, if you have one of those problem vehicles that's gonna, especially when you're talking warranty.
Oh God, I can't go there with warranty.
Because man, and here's the thing that people don't know. When it comes time for warranty shit, you have to fight to get paid for it.
Yeah,
you have to fight to get paid something reasonable for a job you did when they're like, hey, this pays 2 hours. You're like, well, there's no way that could pay 2 hours, because if Robert can't do it in 2 hours, no one can do it in 2 hours.
Your ink pen is your best friend then.
What else are you going to write?
Your ink pen is your friend.
I mean, I don't know what you're signing, but
it's like a wand, like the magician's wand.
Okay, so what kind of magic are we doing with this ink pen?
You just got to get creative to get paid.
I need you to elaborate on that.
You can get very creative.
But what are you doing, Robert? Give me a situation. The recalls on the 2002 Altimas.
Which one?
The motor recall.
Oh, the engine.
You look in the cat. There's no screen left. You get paid 8 hours to fucking pull a motor, to swap accessories over to the new long block, put the transmission on, put that back on the cradle, and put it back in the car.
All right, so taking the exhaust down, the bolts broke on the exhaust.
Okay.
So now you got to drill them out.
Okay. That should pay an hour. Should.
0.6 per.
I was about to say warranty pays how much?
0.6 is what it used to. And then they actually at one time it cut down to like 0.2, and I had to call them bitch moaning ground. Look, it takes more than 18 minutes.
Right.
12 minutes. I'm sorry, 12 minutes. 0.2. 12 minutes. You got to get the tools out to do the thing with. Then I burn up my own drill bit because the dealer ain't buying them.
Right.
You want me to do this for 0.2?
Yeah.
It's crap.
That's what they want you to do.
It's crap.
They have to nickel and dime you, because guess what? They didn't make any money on the sales. They only make money on you.
Oh, no, they made plenty of money on the sales.
But we all know who makes the real money. Or who should at least.
The manufacturer's making the money too. Don't be fooled.
Oh, I'm not saying
they're in the tool business and they're in the parts business.
I'm saying, okay, well, we'll just say for the dealership then. For the dealership, salespeople don't make, they're not getting shit. I'm not saying they're not getting shit. They don't make as much as they could on maintenance, which no one does.
Plenty of salespeople making 6 digits.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that they don't.
Well into the 6 digits.
New car sales. Then, even I know people who worked at new cars now. Like, I mean, you get paid decent, but really, you don't get paid that much considering what they're making.
All right, so every time I know you've been in the business, used car guy comes back and says, "I'm not making any money on this deal. Can you take care of me? Can you hook this thing up?" Right?
Yeah.
The man's wearing a $400 suit, lives in a $500,000 house, drives a $60,000 car. How's he never making any money on a deal?
Who are you talking about? Because first of all, they're buying cocaine.
You ever met a man that didn't make money on a deal that could afford to buy coke?
You ever met a car dealer that never did cocaine?
Nope. But you know the price of coke?
I mean,
I don't, but I know that rich people do it.
Yeah, but do you know how expensive that habit is? Because you do it all the time.
How can you do coke and not make any money on the deal?
I'm not saying they don't make
every
any
deal
money.
that they ever been back there to talk to you about, did they ever say, "Man, I'm making a killing on this thing, man"?
I think
not once.
Here's the thing that
not once. They never making a deal. Never making any money on a deal. Never met one that admit it.
I know I have a friend, Matt Green, who was on the podcast last week. I don't remember the exact number, but he told me what new car sales makes It's really not really that much. You have to sell a lot to
You
make
gotta
good
sell
money.
like 20 cars probably to make.
So you're talking a car a day. And how many days do they sit around and like do nothing? So there's some months, Christmas, they ain't, bro, good luck.
You gotta make it now and save it for later.
Yeah, I mean,
Our side's the same.
yeah, unfortunately.
If you're the normal guy.
If you're the normal guy.
I was never out of work, so I didn't worry about it.
Well, that's of course because you're the one who always did something. If you weren't making money in the shop, okay, well, I got this side job coming in here at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna just chill until then. Because I'm gonna make money on the side job. I'm gonna make what I could have made today on this one side job. And
Hopefully.
well, and Robert back in the day, oh, you're not gonna let me do this in the shop? Watch me.
Nobody was gonna be there.
Right.
I actually did an engine job in Altima one night.
Doesn't surprise me.
And
So did you do it in 8 hours though?
it was not the. It was the L30 body, not the L31, which was 98 to 01.
Ooh. You know, man, my memory of that vehicle. You remember that one time I had to do an intake manifold on one, and you told me to pull the motor, and I was like, "Nah, dude, I got this."
I had to have been messing with me that day because you don't have to pull the motor or the engine.
I didn't. I still didn't, but it sucked a lot.
It's
No. It sucked
It doesn't.
a lot.
It's a good job.
It's a good job when you pull the motor.
No, wrong.
No, you told me to pull the motor.
What?
It was a 98. It was a 98 to 01. It was actually this one was a 2000.
I also told a man to pull the bumper off, change the headlight bulb when I worked at Audi.
No, you weren't lying. You told me to pull the motor, and I was like, seriously? I was like, for real, stop playing. He was like, you're like, no, pull the motor.
If I slow you down, I get something else.
You would have saved me a lot of trouble.
I can do them in an hour and a half.
In the car?
Yeah,
You sure?
absolutely.
This is not the 95 to 98 because that intake manifold is totally different.
Nope. They're good for cylinder 4 misfires.
Yeah, because the intake manifold
Sucks
gasket
the
leaks.
intake gasket. Yep.
Yeah.
Cylinder 4 every time. Hour and a half.
I don't know how you did it.
It's not hard.
It's not easy. Is what I'm saying. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I had maybe you've got the angles down. Maybe you know how to exactly get to each bolt because I was using wobble extensions on like universals.
There's one bolt that you use a wrench to crack it loose and use a magnet to grab the end of the bolt and drag it down, and it'll walk right out. And then you take the engine mount out, and then you pry the engine forward, and the intake manifold scoots back far enough, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
Okay. See, like I said, maybe you got this process and after the fact that you told me that, but you legitimately told me, seriously, pull the motor.
Right.
And I wish I would have at the time because guess what? I had to do it twice.
Hey, guess what? When you're stuck doing a job twice for the price of one, I'm getting more work. Because Elsa's in the Audi world. If you go to the service manual first, it doesn't tell you to pull the engine. But if you don't look in the service manual first, I'm going to tell you the hardest way possible to do it because you didn't go look first.
You're a dick.
So I've been told.
You're a dick. Either way.
No.
But either way, you talk about using a magnet to get a bolt out? Come on. That's ridiculous.
Nope. Done it 100 times.
Yeah, well,
You break that one loose first so that the manifold's not trapping it with the pressure.
it's tight. Dude,
on the bottom.
It's
not that
ridiculous,
tight.
though.
But it's not that tight.
It's not that tight, and it's ridiculous. That intake manifold in that car is ridiculous. Why you need all that?
Yeah, because you
shit.
can't get the studs out of the cylinder head. The ends will break off. The little torques that they leave it sticking out there, they'll break off.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, am I going to get this intake manifold off so I can get this fucking gasket out of here?
You don't have to
This
take it
$8
off.
gasket that they tried to give me to pay for because I had to do it twice. I'm like, bruh, I just did it for free, and I ain't making no money in here. And y'all want to charge me $8 for what?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Jamie Craig.
Well, me and him still talk occasionally.
Yeah, I know. What about Mike? What was his last name?
Hermelin?
Yeah,
I haven't heard from Hermelin in years.
Hermit Crab.
But, dude, he knows the parts manual better than anybody I ever met.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you were spitting off some part numbers to me earlier.
Yeah, but he is, like, the guy.
Your cat's about to leave the house.
That's not my cat.
Meow down the road.
That's the wife's cat.
Might wanna go ahead, just let her know.
It's not my pussy.
Oh. She's gonna hear this and fucking punch you in the face. But on
No, because I even told her, like, today I went to go get my hair cut because it was looking like really ragged.
yeah.
And the lady breaks out a blow dryer. I've never used blow dryer on my hair before in my life.
Why?
Same reason you don't.
I mean,
I don't
you
need
have
to.
more hair than I do, though.
I don't need a hair dryer.
Just in that one spot, though.
Don't need a hair dryer.
Oh, I mean, maybe you want to comb it up.
It's good like it is.
I mean, you can spike it
Nope.
with a blow dryer. Yeah.
No.
I mean, man, look, she's a hairstylist. Why are you asking questions? Let her do her job. If she fucks it up, then you can be like, look, bitch, this is what you didn't need. Blow dryer.
I had to go get it styled. Went to get it cut.
Yeah, but they style you after they cut it.
Only if you pay for it. I wasn't paying for a style.
I don't know nothing about that. That's some white people shit.
No. You go get your hair cut, you go get it braided, it's going to cost you way more to get it braided, right? Because that's styling.
Yeah, but I can't get my hair braided, so I'm going to go get it
if you let it
cut.
grow.
But I'm not about that life.
You don't have to be.
But like I said, I'm not about that. Like, I don't have long enough hair. I go get a haircut. Guess what they're gonna do? The only thing they can do, cut it.
No, they're going to shave it with the clippers.
Okay,
They're not cutting that.
they're cutting it.
There ain't no scissors going to cut that.
You use the number one to cut this.
That's not cutting. That's shaving.
No. That's not shaving. It's cutting.
It's not cutting.
It still has a guard on it.
It's not cutting.
How is that not cutting?
Cutting's with scissors. You cut with scissors.
So what do you do with clippers?
Shave.
Cut.
No.
No. When I shave the bare hair, that's shaving.
No.
You're still cutting hair. You cut the grass with a lawnmower, right?
Nope.
Same action.
I ain't
What
cut the
are you
grass in
doing?
years.
You're just mowing.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm
I'm not cutting the grass.
not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Why are you so difficult? Damn.
I'm not being difficult. I just said I don't cut the grass.
Oh my god. This is why I don't talk to you on a daily basis. I would blow my brains out.
For what?
Clearly because this is how you have conversations.
Logic.
Difficulty.
No. Logic.
Beyond logic. You're petty. There we go. Petty. Petty logic.
So do you put
Pelagic.
motor oil in your engine?
I mean, you put engine oil in your engine.
But if you look at the bottle, it says motor oil.
Well, maybe they're
Or
stupid.
putting it in our engine.
Do you have real
Why is
wheels or rims?
I have wheels.
All right.
I don't have rims.
I have rims on my bike. Yes, they're rims.
Oh, yes. I'm very familiar with rims on a bike. I've had to replace one.
Yeah. So, yeah,
It's not a fun party.
okay.
Because I couldn't get a wheel. I had to get a rim.
Yeah. Well, because, yeah. Anyway, how's business, man?
We're surviving.
I mean, is it good? Are you turning away work?
I don't turn away work.
I mean,
I don't turn away work. I take that back. I told
a guy with a Land Rover.
Oh no.
Oh, you
those
love
things
those.
are rolling cash registers. You just take the whole thing. You just take it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to put a top on a 99 Miata. Guy came into me to see about putting a top on his Miata.
How about you put a top on my 97 Cabriolet? A Cabrio, excuse me.
That'd be a big negative. I sent him right next door to Doug's Upholstery.
Do you get commission off of that?
No.
That'd be nice.
It would be nice.
Can I get a
but
$20 referral fee? Like, just $20 in cash. That'd be nice. Hey, look, hey, you bring your people.
no. Yeah, but sometimes I might need something done to mine. Like I needed to put a seat cover on my Titan.
All right, so pay him $20.
Why?
The one he paid you last week for.
He'd do it for nothing.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Not too bad. And
Yeah.
he does good work. So it's just, you take care of that. I'll take care of this.
Oh well, there you go. You
Everybody
just
else.
advertise for him. What's the place's name again?
I can't tell you that. I wasn't trying to plug an advertisement.
I mean, but no, you can plug an advertisement if you want to.
I mean, it's Doug's Upholstery. He's been there for years.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy, right?
Not too bad. Does good work.
All
Knows
right.
a lot of people.
So what's the address?
Don't get me telling stories.
Next to your shop,
Right.
which I will put on the podcast, by the way.
I have
on
no
the title,
idea
by
what
the
his
way.
address is.
What's your address?
4861 North Witch Duck Road.
Yeah, what's the name of your business again?
Town Center Auto Repair.
There we go. And we're gonna ask you again at the end if I don't forget.
You'll probably forget.
I will. too much happening.
But the post office actually came to him because he made his own address.
What?
Because he didn't want to be part of this little strip thing there. There's like 3 or 4 addresses there, so he made up his own number. Been getting mail there for years of that same number. I think it was last year the post office came by and was like, this address doesn't exist.
So does he get personal property taxes then?
For his business.
Yeah, but I mean...
He doesn't own the building.
Oh, okay.
He leases out one part of the building.
So he literally just went in and put in like an address change form and just threw an address on there?
Yes.
That's awesome.
They told him he had to change it. I think it was the fire marshal, too, that told him. I think that's where it started, the fire marshal.
Oh, because if he calls 911, then they won't go to his address. They'll try and find another one.
Correct.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully he doesn't have to ever call 911.
You'd be surprised.
I mean...
I hope he doesn't.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's an old building with some wiring in it that's like from 19
Sounds like you're try snitching.
Oh, it's bad. There's like 4 doors on the front of the building, and it's like half-ass wired.
Well, that's good to know. So, just in case if any code inspectors want to go by there, here's what to look for.
Somehow the fire marshal's been through there, and everything's passed.
Well, maybe he doesn't know electrical code. Maybe he forgot that day.
Well, no, they busted the one business in there for a lift that was improperly wired and compressor not properly wired. Yeah, I mean, they had a little list.
How was it not properly wired?
They just had wires draped over and wire nutted onto it. Not in a box.
That's nice.
Not in nothing.
That's nice. That's the exact way to have a fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they had to fix that.
Or like, remember back in the day when we worked in the dealership and the guy, I don't remember who he was, one of the techs got fired, Paul something got fired, or he quit or something like that, and he got pissed off and had some safety guy come in the shop and he was cutting the extension cords.
Paul. There would have been a Paul Scotese. That would have been about...
It was Paul Scotese.
Oh, God. Yeah, we had a name for him, too.
Please share.
Scothief.
Oh, man. How did I forget about that guy?
Oh, that guy was bad news.
I couldn't fuck with him. Not my cup of tea.
Well, I actually just talked to the guy that hired me originally in '96 at Green Gifford way back.
Who's that?
Richard Kephart. And he's like, the biggest mistake I ever made? Rehiring that guy after I fired him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then he ended up at fucking Victory.
Yes.
Crazy.
After that, he went to FedEx. I don't know how much longer he lasted there, but I don't know.
FedEx? Doing what?
Maintenance on trucks.
Like they're up on trucks.
I don't know. They originally fired him from the gift for how do you call it? Improper repairs on the fuel injector recalls back in the day. On the Z cars and the Maximas.
I mean, it sounds probably like it might have been a safety issue.
I mean,
if it's an improper repair.
He did glue the head of the bolt on top of the bracket.
I think I remember you telling me
instead of drilling out the bolt.
Oh, because he broke it.
Yeah, because they would break when you go to remove them sometimes. Brackets had to be there. Inspector grabbed it.
Nissans break a lot of shit. You know that?
I mean, what do you want out of a 20-year-old car?
No, I'm not even talking about 20-year-old car. I'm just saying in general.
Actually, they were only like 86. So they were like 10 to 12-year-old cars.
So they had a recall on a 10 and 20, like
fuel injectors.
That far out?
Oh yeah. 86 to 89 300s and 85 to 88 Maximas.
What's the part number of that injector?
It depends on the car, and it's not. You got a whole rail. I don't know all those. There was a lot. You had to do the regulator, the rails, the harnesses.
I know you could spit off some part numbers though.
I could, but not on those.
Yeah, see,
those are way.
Apparently, you're just not that good then.
I'm not. I ain't gonna lie. I know a lot of numbers, but that ain't one of them.
Oh man, just like the conversation we were having earlier about your unicorn Ford that you worked on.
Oh yeah, the '88 F350.
Yeah,
that was a unicorn.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of car people that listen to this. Like, let's go ahead and spit it out. Let's hear about this unicorn that people can just imagine.
All right, so I needed a fuel filter housing for I think it's an '88 F350 on the frame rail.
More details.
The guy at the dealer couldn't find it, so it's an '88 F350 gas engine, dually stake body with a manual transmission, 2-wheel drive. Not a whole lot of them out there.
Yeah, never seen one.
Yeah, there are not a whole lot of them out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at every Ford, but I see a lot of dualies. I kind of keep my eye on. Like, what?
Most of them have a bed attached to them.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, this had a stake body. It's a flatbed.
And most of them that are F350s, all of them, so I thought, were diesels.
They're not all diesels.
So what size motor was in it?
7.2. I don't even know. It's a 6 something. I think it's a big block.
That's a big fucking motor.
Big engine.
Yeah, that sounds like something you'd buy out of a crate.
I don't know if it'd be good for a race car or not.
Who cares? Put it in there anyway. It's a big motor. It'll do something.
It'll make it move.
Yeah, make it move faster than it probably did before.
Yeah, because it's got granny gear. You could put it in and just walk next to it. You just put it in gear, let the clutch out, and outwalk it.
Yeah, you don't use that because the top speed on it is like 10 miles an hour, if that.
I was gonna say like 5.
Oh,
You'd be wound out.
top speed on a 61 Beetle with the stock transmission is 10 miles an hour, first gear. Fucking useless.
I mean, depends on the size of the load that's in it. You might need it to get it to move.
Well,
If you got 4 people in the thing, you need to make the thing move.
Also considering stock motors, I'm pretty sure it was a 1300 in that motor.
It was like
in that car.
40 horsepower.
40?
How much?
30. I said 1300, not 1600. 1600 makes 40. No, that makes that makes 60. So maybe like 40, something like
A
that.
whole 40 horsepower.
Yeah, but they also make a lot more torque than they make horsepower. No one ever posts those numbers. So your 60 horsepower motor makes like almost 100 pound-feet of torque. So you put those numbers into what if I can modify this and make more horsepower, how much more torque you're actually making.
It depends on what you modify, whether or not you're going to get more torque out of it instead of just horsepower.
It already makes more torque than horsepower, so how are you going to make those numbers like backwards by a huge difference?
Same reason a Honda can make something with 150 horsepower and
But do you
50
see
pound-feet of torque.
But do you see where they make their torque?
I never looked at the numbers. I was never that interested in a Honda.
At over 5,000 RPMs.
Oh yeah, that.
So that's when
what do they
VTEC
call
kicks
that?
in.
Gay Blade VTEC.
Gay Blade VTEC, but VTEC fucking works.
It was for fuel economy. It wasn't for power.
It
wasn't for power.
It was for power.
No,
they made it for power.
wrong.
Then how the fuck did they make 160 horsepower on a 1.6?
I don't know if they ever did.
They did
I think it might be
at
exaggerated.
the flywheel.
Yeah. So you got like 125 at the wheel, maybe.
Yeah, respectably. What did your SR20 make?
Stock.
Yeah,
140 horsepower.
at the wheels.
No,
Yeah. See,
but I don't even know what the torque numbers were, but they were way higher than 50.
well, yeah, and that was also like non
I could look
variable
it up.
valve timing.
Yeah, I had non-variable valve timing. You're
Yeah,
correct.
or if you lived in Japan, you could have the variable valve timing model, and that made
The NEO VVO.
that made dumb power, but that like you ain't getting that here.
Sure
well,
you can.
well, until a certain point, you couldn't get that here.
You just got to do a small modification.
A small like wiring the VTEC. I mean variable valve timing, whatever you want to call
The
it.
harness will go right in,
Yeah, but
but none of them compare to the GTIR swaps.
that's not where I was getting at though.
I mean,
We weren't talking about turbo shit.
it's still SR20.
Well, okay, so there's different models of B16s. You want to go ahead and give you the numbers on the 180 horsepower?
I think they made it all the way up to 100 pound-feet of torque on that one, didn't they?
Not sure on torque numbers.
Yeah, just because you can eventually get to 100 miles an hour, you already lost.
Shut up. See, this is like what I always say. You always got something to say about everything.
One without the other is no good.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Sometimes you can just be like, okay, yeah, it is what it is.
You got to be pretty square.
I mean, I'm pretty square. I just like it is what it is. All right, I ain't got nothing to say.
But
Sometimes I do have something to say though.
the engines have to be pretty square. You got to have one pretty close to the other. I mean, even the 1.6 back then made like 120 horsepower with 108 pound-feet of torque.
Wait, you talking about the GA16?
The GA16, yeah.
I mean, so 80 to the wheels, which is what my Jetta made.
But it's a lot lighter.
Those cars are about 3,000 pounds.
Let's see what it says here.
Probably
Right.
curb weight.
So the SER B13s had 132 pound-feet of torque at 140
Ooh,
horsepower.
that's a lot.
Twice what the Honda made.
I don't know. I'm not looking at those numbers. I'm not trying to be all scientific and all about this. I mean, and you also got to consider the weight of the car, which Hondas, I'm sure, were probably lighter than Nissans anyway.
I think I was 2,300 pounds, 2,400 pounds.
Really? Those cars weigh more than that. They look like they weigh more than that.
I could be wrong.
Maybe because it's square. But I mean, your lightest Honda weighs, I think it was like 22, 23.
Did it weigh that much? Wasn't it like a CRX?
No, that's okay. So if you're talking like the EG model 92 to 95 Civic hatchback, the lightest one weighs like 2,300 pounds.
I don't know what these weigh.
So that's I think the CE. I think is the
Curb weight
trim.
2 doors, 2,266.
Not bad. So 2466 with your fat ass in it. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm fat. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, I'm just fucking joking.
But I'm not as fat as you.
I know. I'm a big guy, you know.
You're over 200 too.
Yo, I'm gonna have to pause this because I gotta pee like a racehorse. All right, so we're back. Lots of breaks today. Anyway, one more question I'm gonna ask you, Robert, and so we're not gonna dwell on the whole car shit, but you know, you're Master Tech. You've been doing this for a long time, and you're highly opinionated. So I want to see how you feel about this. So we all know about the Dieselgate scandal, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, they're not the only ones.
And I'm glad I'm glad you put that in there. So I'm gonna ask you this, as a Volkswagen enthusiast, do you feel like anyone who quotes themselves as an enthusiast that participated in Dieselgate a sellout?
I'm not sure how all of the Dieselgate, whatever they want to call it, stuff panned out. What they were offering the customers.
They were offering them more money than what most will owed on their cars. So basically, I would probably say most, if not all, people made out on giving their car back to Volkswagen.
From what I experienced in the Volkswagen Audi world, most of them were probably just looking for something for nothing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're a sellout. I mean, at the end of the day, they bought a Volkswagen because they love a Volkswagen.
Right.
Most of them did not buy it for the fuel economy that they thought they were going to get.
No, but they got the fuel economy.
That's what they were alleging, though. They're not getting the fuel economy they allege, and then it comes out the emissions were wrong. You know what? It's a car.
So do you know about the Dieselgate? Do you know
I don't know everything about it because
I'll give you the synopsis.
I stayed away from the diesel stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you the synopsis of it. So basically, what Volkswagen did was they basically cheated the system. So they said that this car passed EPA regulations, but the reason why they passed their EPA regulations because the car had two different maps. Mm-hmm. With the car, e-brake on, front wheels moving, was in another map than versus you driving on the road. So you driving on the road, it's in best economy ever, which doesn't pass EPA regulations. You drive it on a dyno, you do your emissions test, the car performs as if it's in this quote-unquote, I guess you would say, EPA mode. Mm-hmm. How they got caught up? A college was doing a study on Volkswagen and how they got this car to pass EPA regulations and perform like it did, and they're like, wait, this shit's not right. There's no way that this car passes EPA emissions and performs like this. So they turned it over to the EPA. Who then was like...
So were they taking like readings of the emissions of the car while they were driving it
yes.
versus while they were in the bay?
Yes. Because most of the time when you're doing emissions, it's not on the road.
Right, it's sitting still.
It's on a dyno. Well, maybe they didn't have the dyno, but they had the equipment where they could measure it as they were driving. There you go. So they not knowingly did that.
No, well, I think that they did do it on purpose.
No. Not I meant like the school not knowingly snitched on Volkswagen.
All right, so they just inadvertently
Right.
let the cat
They
out of the
stumbled
bag.
upon it. Oh shit. Pass on to the EPA. Hey, this is what we found.
Cheating the system's one thing, but I mean, the cars said they passed. They passed. All right, fine. There's a lot more stuff out there killing the environment than a diesel.
Yeah.
A lot more.
People. In general.
Yeah, the guy sitting at the stoplight flicking his cigarette butt out the window.
Not even that. Like the people who just fucking throw away plastic. But the ones who are in charge that fucking just let it go in the fucking ocean.
Yeah, but I'm talking about something as simple as a habit.
I mean,
flick the thing out the window.
right.
Done.
But
They don't need a cigarette to survive. Now, we don't need plastic, but everything seems to come in plastic.
conveniently. Quote unquote conveniently.
That's a whole different ballgame. You know, that's the government getting involved with lobbyists and, you know, sleeping with each other and, all right, we can make more money.
Yeah.
That's all it's about.
That's all it's about. Fucking money. But
Mercedes got busted with it.
But no, here's the thing: that none of that was in the media. It was all about, oh well, Volkswagen did it.
They're the ones that took the blunt of it.
Right, because they were the leading.
They were the ones.
The leading company at that point in time. So it was like, wait,
because I think they
can't.
sold more diesel engines in this country than anybody else, even Ford.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah!
By a country mile.
But hold on, because what in a Ford can you afford or I afford that comes in a diesel? Not much.
Well, who wants those problems? I mean, they all have problems. I don't want those problems.
And they have expensive problems because you went from 4 cylinders to fucking 8. The injectors are in the motor. Like it's a more complicated system, and not only that, it's like you have this big truck that makes clunky noises because it's a piece of shit. Sorry, I said that out loud.
No, they build a piece of shit. I mean, but if I was going to buy a domestic, I'd buy a Ford. It just wouldn't be a diesel.
Well, apparently they have now a F-150 that has a diesel in it.
Yeah, they want to go to these eco whatever. Yeah, eco boost or junk.
No, not the EcoBoost. Apparently,
the Ford F-150 with the diesel engines, they're trying to compete with Nissan at that rate.
oh yeah, they're trying to make
Titans.
but they still calling it a power stroke.
Is it a 4-cylinder?
I think
diesel?
it's a 6.
A 6-cylinder diesel.
I think it's a 6-cylinder diesel. They're calling it a power stroke joke.
I mean, true diesels are straight anyways. They're not these.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no, actually, Audi did it.
Which one?
The 3-liter. 3-liter TDI.
I guess I've never seen one.
Yeah, they're in the A6s, Q7s. I think they're in Q7s.
Oh yeah, you know what?
They recall those as well.
Seeing that freaking piece of shit.
I'm not saying it was a piece of shit, but I'm saying they did
it's
it.
a piece of shit. You ever changed oil on one?
No.
It's a piece of shit. It's worse than the 3.6. Yeah, it's worse than the 3.6 and the Q7. Yeah, and it's not a fun party. Nope.
Huh. Just changing the oil.
Yeah, just change the oil. Just the filter. Just the oil filter. Yeah.
Well, of course. You ever fucking done an oil change on a hot Mini?
Yeah, it's way worse than a Mini.
Is it way worse than... I don't know. What was the worst?
You'd probably rather put your dick in a bear trap. It's bad.
I think the worst ones were the fucking 300Zs where you take out it's easier to take out the starter than like pull it from up top around the exhaust.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
you're pulling the starter out to fucking put up to bring.
If the engine's hot, yes.
Yeah.
But that wasn't as worse as the Maximas, the U11 Maximas.
U11. Oh, the one where you got to pry the exhaust over?
80. Well, if it's a manual transmission.
No, you did it on automatic once.
Yeah, the manuals are worse.
Oh.
The
manual transmission's bigger?
Just shift rods are in the way.
Yeah, but how many people have... So, by the way, that's like an 88 Maxima.
86 to 88.
There's probably like 3 people...
No, I'm sorry, 84, 85? 84.
Okay, so 84 to 88.
84 to 88.
Like,
3 liter.
But there's probably 3 people in this country, probably on this whole earth, that have one.
No, there's a lot of them on the road.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't think those things still survived.
That's probably one of the greatest engines they ever built.
Well, yeah, the engine. I'm talking about the car. And the people. Oh, no, I'm talking about the people who own them.
Most of them are useless burdens to society anymore, but...
Well, it's a fucking 88, man. How many people still have an 88?
There's a couple of them running around Aragona area.
Dude, that's
I see.
30 fucking years.
Yeah, they don't build them like that no more.
No.
They 7 years, 8 years, done. They're going to be a Pepsi can next week.
I feel like after... How do you feel about cars after 2005?
Why wait? That's like 2002, 2003.
No, because 2003 Maximus was the shit.
The 3 was the last of the good ones.
Yeah, so that, and the next one was 04.
04 was the...
But I'm just gonna say 05 as like kind of a safe place, because not even just the Maxima, but there may have been other vehicles that were made.
Toyota didn't build them the same. Honda didn't build them the same.
Yeah, because they actually Toyota was before that. Well, with those fuck ass motors and the Camrys, that was in 2002 when they went to the piece of shit.
Or the 6 cylinders.
The 2.4s are pieces of shit.
They are, but they had a gelling campaign before that on the earlier ones.
And they burned oil like a motherfucker.
They called it gelling. They
gelling.
didn't say sludge. It was gelling.
No, they've always had a sludge problem.
Well, I know that, but they called it a gelling problem.
Whatever you want to call it. Either way, it's not good.
They were giving people engines and all the way back to like the mid-90s.
98. I want to say, I think like a 95 or 96
started in 92.
Sienna, get a motor. Actually, you know what? They were just desludging. They weren't even... I think you had to... There were certain parameters for you to get a motor.
Yeah. The short stint I spent at Toyota, I think we put at least one engine in, maybe 2.
Okay. So, I mean, it's not a...
For a gelling.
And how long did you work there?
9 months.
Short
It was 9 months. Yeah, it was short. I was too aggressive.
Yeah, you have an aggressive attitude.
Yeah. Well,
I think you've calmed down a lot, actually.
I'm there to work. I'm not there to make friends and, play patty cake. If the service advisor doesn't want to work, he doesn't want to work.
Yeah, but you're jumping... You're notorious. You were notorious for it. Jumping down people's throats because there ain't no work. And the way that you speak fast and you come off is like, God damn, dude, look, can you calm down? Can I go find you some work for it? Like, God damn, just slow yourself down. So, all right, I'll go find you some
I'm not
work.
making any money if I don't have a tools in my hand.
I understand that, but, like, you know how you can be. Well, maybe you don't.
No, I'm good.
Never done. Well, I'm not saying you're. I'm not saying.
You know what it was actually at Toyota? It was. I mean, I was too aggressive allegedly, but it was from the short time I spent at Hall Nissan. The manager over there, I can't remember what that clown's name was. That was his excuse there too. But as soon as he came over to Toyota,
yeah,
I was like, "Yep, I won't be here long."
Oh, he already had it out for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
About a month and a half. Yeah, it's not working out.
That was
It's not working out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It really isn't.
Well, I had a Camry that had a humming noise after we replaced the air filter in it. Then I told them I needed a Toyota air filter because I take the air filter out, it goes away. It's got to be the air filter, right?
Right.
Well, they have a habit of using aftermarket parts at the Toyota
At the dealership.
Yes.
That's not probably what Toyota would like for you to do.
When I called Toyota, you know what they told me?
What's that?
The dealer can sell whatever parts they want.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then this customer either can buy the filter that is called for in their vehicle.
They were charging them for the Toyota filter.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Air filters, cabin filters are the two most popular things. They were handing us a white box or a clear bag with a white label on it that had a different part, or the same part number on it.
So clearly they were lying.
Fraud. That's what I call it.
Fraudulently.
That's what I call it. Deception. I mean, you call it whatever you want. Just
so,
has the part
do we get
number
the customer involved in this? I was like, ma'am, did you buy a Toyota filter?
Nope. I just told the parts department, give me a Toyota filter.
Oh. So
how do you know it's the filter? Because I took it out and it quit humming. Because she brought the car back making a humming noise.
And I'm pretty sure it sounded like a...
It was like a... whoa,
yeah, I've heard that before.
Coming out of the airbox.
Yeah.
Took the filter out and went away.
Clearly it's a... Yeah.
Clearly it's filter. I mean, it's definitely not the taillight. I'm just going to kick that out there.
Maybe the taillight needs to be taken out for it to stop humming.
So, it was about 2 days after that happened because I threw it on his desk and told him I wasn't going to do it anymore. I won't put no more of this shit in the cars.
Well, and you kind of got me on that thing.
Jim King. Jim King was his name.
That was a name that was thrown around a lot back in the day.
Much.
Clearly. And you're willing to throw his name out. So if he's listening, sorry about your luck.
I mean, he doesn't like me. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm actually friends with him on Facebook, but he doesn't like me.
It's funny how that is.
I mean,
delete me.
Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer, right?
Nah, nigga, I don't want to fucking see your goddamn face on my Facebook.
I can get over shit.
I can get over shit too, but I don't want to see your motherfucking face. I don't want to think about shit. All right.
I don't think about it unless it's brought up or there's a problem.
Well, they say forgive and forget. Okay, well, forgive and I'll forget about you. There you go.
You know how managers are. It's all about the money.
We ain't got time for that shit. Here's the thing. How about you be fucking reasonable?
You ever met a manager that was reasonable?
Some of them can.
I mean,
be.
I'm pretty reasonable, but I'm talking about the car business.
Fuck no, because the car business isn't reasonable.
Yep.
Look at what they do to fucking techs.
That's why they're all leaving.
There's a start of it.
That's why they're all leaving.
Yeah, that's why they can't find nobody for shit. Well, but that's what happens when you treat people like shit.
Yep. Well, I mean,
You take a person who invests into their job, so you have to buy your own fucking tools.
Mm-hmm.
You invest your time in the ASEs. You invest your time in the taking state inspection tests.
Yeah,
you invest your time. You invest your time in
ASEs are a
training.
joke, though.
I know they're a fucking joke, but I'm just saying, if you want that extra seal of approval, or that extra money that you could get, why would you not take it?
And most manufacturers even got away from it for their curriculum.
Because it's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
First off, the questions they ask you are fucking horseshit.
Sometimes there's more than one answer.
There,
A lot of times.
and I'm pretty sure me and you can agree on this. There's of course the best way to do it, but these other answers are still right. There's no way that that's wrong.
A lot of times there is more than one.
If this is your skill set, this is how you would do it, because this is what you know how to do.
Right, but you know what I found out?
What's that?
Don't fix the car
You mean
on the test.
don't fix the car?
Don't fix the car.
Oh, so you just write that in?
No. Quit trying to fix the car.
Oh.
Answer the question. Don't fix the car.
Oh, so that's
That's the trick. we're trying to fix the car.
right.
Don't fix the car.
Yeah,
You got to try to figure out what they're thinking.
it's basically just answer the question.
Don't fix the car.
Yeah, don't worry about the car.
Answer
Just answer the question.
Fix the car. Don't fix the car.
But that's now you're learning in two totally ass backwards ways to the person who's mechanically inclined.
They don't care about that. Can you pass the test?
That's what exactly what the test is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Yeah.
Took me 3 times to pass the brake section. I kept trying to fix the car.
It is suspension the hardest section?
I have no idea.
One of the hardest sections.
I let mine go 7-8 years ago.
So I need to retract my statement on my intro. He is not a master tech.
On paper anymore.
On paper.
I did
right.
enough research, this, that, the other, whatever thing it is.
And actually, the first person who actually kind of put me on the whole ASE things are bullshit was T. Dude knew his shit.
Trevor Archer.
Yeah.
I think he's back in Jamaica now.
What? No. I don't think so.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Well, the last time I posted, so his daughter had posted that he was looking for a tech, and he was, I guess he's in the Ingram's parking lot.
How many years ago was that?
That was a couple months ago, maybe a month or two ago.
Ingram's on Military Highway?
Yeah, it was, the address was like maybe 2000 East Indian River Road.
He used to have a shop over there, and a body shop.
Okay, so that was the old
That
shop,
was
and then he
years
moved.
ago.
He moved to because he was right by the Pepsi plant. On God, what road was it? It was off of excuse me, Princess Anne Road in Norfolk.
Last time I talked to him, he was getting ready to move back to Jamaica.
Okay, well maybe I don't know.
Because, he likes to smoke, and he was talking about he was going to break his guns down, put them in different drawers of his toolbox. I guess you're not allowed to have guns there. I don't know.
No, you are not allowed to have guns there.
He was going to move back there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he doesn't live out.
I'm friends with his daughter on Facebook. So.
He doesn't live in Great Bridge anymore.
Oh hell no!
Years and years
No.
ago.
He moved to South Norfolk on one of the numbered streets, like 26th Street or something like that.
Oh, he moved out to
Street.
the hood then.
Yeah.
It's the hood.
So his section, I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was on a dead end. Wherever he was, I don't know. I was out there. It didn't seem like it was too bad.
I never made it out to that house. But I talked to him. It's been 2 years? 3 years?
Oh, really?
It's been a while.
Huh.
And his son would bring the car up for inspection.
All right.
Bring it to the shop. But I haven't seen either one of them in a couple years at least.
Okay. And I know his wife was working at the shipyard. Actually, no. I think she might have quit there when they were doing the shop, because I think she would
She was working in the shop.
Yeah.
Years and years ago.
So, well, I'll reach out to his daughter and see what's going on.
I'll call. I mean, if he's still got the same phone number, I got his phone number, but
Oh, we'll call him later or text him, whatever. We'll do that later.
I'll do that another day. But I thought he was going back to Jamaica. That's what he was talking about.
Hey, look, man, people make plans and sometimes they just don't follow through.
Maybe
For whatever reason, I don't know.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah.
So I'll check out with him sometime this week or next week.
But anyway, he was like one of the first people to kind of tell me, he was like, man, fucking ASCs are bullshit. And to watch somebody who didn't have any ASCs and never even attempted to do them, and I mean, you clearly know your shit. All right.
They're a joke.
They are. I mean, you didn't tell me that back then, but
well, you have to have them for Nissan. Nissan wants them on their
and to be a certified.
If you want to be
Mastertech
anything with Nissan, any of their levels, you got to go at least 1 or 2, whatever it is, suspension, steering.
Yeah,
because they have different levels or different specialty areas, which was a freaking joke.
Clearly,
because
y'all make all the same shit anyway. So why the fuck does this other shit even matter? All this old shit that people don't even do anymore. Kingpin suspensions. Fuck out of here. We ain't working on fucking diesel truck, big ass trucks and shit. Fucking I-beams.
Sometimes I work on that.
I mean,
I didn't
that's
then.
What you do.
I didn't then, but I do now.
What can you do on them bitches now? You got a jack big enough for them?
I mean, you got a 10,000 pound lift.
All right.
I-beams were on Fords for years.
Well, yeah, but
they're still out there.
They're still out there.
They don't build them like that no more. They'll be on the road after these new pieces of shit are off the road. These new aluminum, whatever they're going to,
aluminium.
What are you going to do with that when it's done?
I mean, at least it won't rust. It'll have a hole in it, though. If you throw something at it.
Yeah, but if it's bent, what good does it do you?
You
hit a parking cone at, like 70 miles an hour, the frame's going to bend.
Or the whole bed will bend.
I mean, or
Fords.
The bed will have a hole in it.
Yeah, you can't even throw a toolbox in it.
Yeah, don't throw your socket back there.
Yeah, don't throw your sock back there.
Sock. Yeah, dunk.
Yeah, but you know what kind of put me, especially when I was talking to somebody about, these LED headlights that every fucking car comes with now. So apparently the 2018 Toyota Camry that has LED headlights, was it $800 a piece? $1,200? I remember there was an 8 in that number.
It's a lot.
I don't remember if it was $800 or $1,800, but it was more than I'm willing to spend on a single headlight.
Correct.
Because you can't replace the bulbs, and guess what? For state inspection, if one bulb's out,
done. Well, if it's a headlight and it's only one LED for it, yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
But for all the others, like tail lights, 50% of the lights have to work.
Really? Did they change it?
Nope, it's been that way for years.
I thought it was all lights have to work. If it has a bulb, it has to work.
Incandescent bulbs. If you have the regular halogen bulb, like a third brake light, that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
If you have 50% of that working, it'll pass inspection.
Huh.
LED taillights, as long as they're DOT on the lens, 50% of the LED,
yeah.
50% of the LEDs working, that tail light will work. As far as the brake lamp or tail lamp, turn signal, if it's got...
That is knowledge to know. I think a lot of people don't know that. I for sure didn't fucking know that.
It's been that way for several years now.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, there you go, people. Don't be fooled by every state inspector who's Mastertech who thinks they know everything.
We call them JJ.
JJ.
Yeah, Johnny Jock Itch. Can't even scratch his balls right, and he's taking people's car apart.
Oh man.
He works on lots of cars.
Yeah, and throws Mickey Mouse parts on them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Busch Gardens parts probably.
Busch Gardens and Mickey Mouse parts.
They're bad. They're bad.
Yeah, but you got me in the habit of doing OEM parts, and now that I have this Saab, and every time I look at something, it's like, yo, use OEM only. I'm like, okay, I get the hint. OEM only.
You'd be surprised how many times that Mickey Mouse part you might have saved $100 today, but tomorrow or next week, next month.
Yeah.
I always say that lifetime guarantee that they're gonna give you at
Duralast.
Neverlast.
I mean, but bro, they give you a lifetime guarantee on their fucking brake pads.
Guarantee you'll spend the rest of your life replacing it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's broke down, it don't do you any good.
Very true. Very true.
You got to keep replacing it. It's broke down. You got to get it towed. You got to take a half day off of work because now you're late. You're on your way to work. It's broke down. Side of the road.
Yeah.
Nope. First part went 70 or 80,000 miles. good chance the next one's going to as well.
This is why I would love to just ride my bike to work, so I don't have to worry about that kind of shit. Okay, you know, you lube your chain every now and again, make sure your cables are good. You don't have shit. If you have a flat, guess what? There's a flat attached to my bike. And you can change it on the side of the road and keep going. Just don't get another one.
Yeah, if you carry one. I always like to carry two.
Well, I guess if you're commuting, then yeah, I would think about that. And now that you put that thought in my mind, okay, so wherever you carry your clothes and, you know, extra clothes, put them extra.
CO2 cartridges are light. They're small. The tube's small, light. It's not that much weight.
Yeah, but my bag is small for a reason because I got big thighs and my thighs rub on the bag, which will put a hole in my bib. I have that problem. That's a personal problem, but whatever.
Lose weight. Jane Fonda can help you with that.
You know what? If I lose weight, I
don't know what,
thighs.
but I know a sister who.
Yeah,
and she said lose weight.
Still got big legs. You see these tree trunks, man?
Nope. I'm good.
I'm just saying.
No, you don't have to say anything. I'm good.
Even at 200 pounds, I still have the problem of, will these pants fit my thighs?
That's because you're a cyclist.
No, that was even pre-cyclist.
Cyclist exacerbates
certain
the problem.
pants don't fit me. Period.
You weren't built for Wranglers.
Hell no. Hell motherfucking no.
Don't be jealous.
Like, I would have to wear a size 42 Wrangler for them to fit my legs. Probably. Just guesstimating here.
I'm not sure. I haven't worn Wrangler jeans in...
I don't know how you get down in your life, man.
20
So I don't buy Wranglers.
something years.
I buy Levi's because they actually make They actually make jeans for people with...
Who's that? Levi?
Yeah.
Man, I haven't bought Levi's in years.
Anything that says athletic fit, big thighs.
I haven't bought Levi's in years.
I have no choice. That's the only jeans I can really wear. That I know that I can wear.
I can't remember the last time I bought a pair of Levi's.
They're nice, man.
Been 20 years.
They're nice. And you could probably fit a lot more different cuts than I can.
I don't get to wear jeans much.
Oh, yeah. Cause
I wear work clothes.
Actually, I'm gonna give you the revelation. I know you're not at this point in life or whatever, but I am so relieved that I don't have to. I actually like ironing my clothes for work.
I hope I get there one day.
You'll get there one day.
I like to wear a tie. I don't get to wear a tie very often.
No.
I have several. Don't get to wear them.
Get you some bow ties. Get real fancy.
Oh, I don't know if I'd go there.
I mean, look. No, there's nothing wrong with a man that wears a bow tie.
I mean,
especially if he ties it himself.
I'm sure his husband loves it, but I'm just not into that.
Oh my god, you can't disrespect a bow tie.
Probably
like
drives
that.
a Chevrolet too with a big bow tie on the front.
No. You're thinking about the wrong guy. Wrong guy.
I don't think I could rock a bow tie.
If you're rocking a suit, or if you're rocking a nice slacks and a shirt,
I just don't think I can do a bow tie.
You can do it.
I can't.
You say that.
I don't think I can. I don't own one.
But once you get into...
I did wear a bow tie when I got married. I will say that.
And it probably was not one you tied.
I did not.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, once you get into that world, you kind of open up to things. You're like, I really like the way this is, even though I didn't think that I would like it. But let me try it on anyway. Oh, man. Like, I like this shit. I never thought I'd buy a purple shirt.
I don't have a problem with purple shirts, pink shirts.
Well, I'm just saying.
Green shirt. I don't have any problems with those.
What's wrong with a nice bow tie to match?
The bow tie thing. I don't know if I can do it.
Wait till you get there. Wait till you get there. I like a necktie.
I like a necktie.
I like a necktie too.
And cufflinks.
That's if you're getting real fancy. We can do the cufflinks.
I mean, I like to get dressed up.
If you like getting that dressy,
I like it.
Finish it off with a bow tie.
Oh no!
I'm telling you, man.
I don't think I can do it.
Here's my challenge to you. Fuck the bidet shit.
Those guys that wear one probably love the bidet.
No, I'm saying when you try. Actually, I know a real classy guy who looks like Seth. What is it, Seth Rogen from Pineapple Express? Redhead guy, glasses.
Don't.
A comedian. Anyway, I think his name's Seth Rogen. Anyway, this guy looks just like him. Every time I see him, rocking a bow tie.
There's lots of people wear a bow tie. Lots of people look great in a bow tie. I just don't think I can do it.
I challenge you.
To what? Buy a bow tie?
No. Just try one on one time.
I did when I got married. I wore one.
No.
It was like it was black. It was around my neck.
No. I want you. Like, okay, when you buy something nice, you buy your tie to match.
Actually, I don't. I don't buy a tie to match. I'll walk through this store and I'll see a tie and it jumps off the shelf at me and I buy it. I might never wear it. I probably have 20 ties, at least 20 ties.
Oh, so you sporadically buy ties?
Just on a complete whim.
Even if it's 20 years from now, I want a text from you, and you're like, "Hey, look, I bought this nice suit."
Are you gonna have the same phone number?
Dude, I've had the same phone number since.
It was just a simple yes or no answer question.
Probably.
Okay, that wasn't a yes or no.
I've had the. There's a really good chance that I will. So just text it anyway. Or no one can take my email. Crazy black guy, no A in the black guy. So crazy, spell out crazy. BLCKGUI.
Okay,
like it was spelled on my license plate.
I'll have to put that in my phone then.
Or
I have that in my phone.
Least likely to succeed podcast.
Because I listened to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you I started listening to that thing like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's information. It's good.
Yeah. So leave me an email and be like, "Hey man, I bought this really nice suit, and I just tried on a tie."
I have to buy a suit.
Well, no. If you buy a suit, or whether you buy something nice at the store and you're like, I see a tie that matches, and I also
suits in my life. One of which I
can't
two of which I can't even wear.
When you get to this point where you are wearing suits, you're doing whatever the fuck you want. Your shop runs itself, or you're retired, whatever.
Now, do you honestly believe that one day I'm never going to go into work?
No. But there might be a day where you walk into work with a suit on and you're like, I ain't working today. I'm going on vacation. See y'all later.
You know how many times I took more than one day off of work at a time? In 22 years?
You'll get tired of it one day. Or you'll
do you know how many times though?
You'll have an opportunity one day where you're like,
I think it's like 4.
I'm not going to go into work today.
I think 4 times I've taken more than one day off of work.
Do you not work to vacation?
Do I what?
Work to vacation?
I can't even spell vacation.
You should take those every now and again.
I took one like 2 days ago, or 2 years ago.
Actually, you had one this past weekend if you didn't work on Friday.
I was there every day.
Oh, even during the storm?
Everybody else is out of work. I got plenty.
Oh, no, I'm saying I was out of work.
All my guys were there.
Oh.
All 4 of us. All day.
All right.
Now, Monday morning, I was the Lone Ranger till like 9:30. Everybody called out. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, you had them working all fucking weekend when everybody else was off.
We are off Saturdays and Sundays. We only work 5 days a week. We're closed Saturday and Sunday. I go in Saturday mornings, take care of paperwork, finish up jobs if I got to. Try to get out by like 11.
All right.
I don't always make it, but I try to get out there by 11.
But I think you should work the vacation, man. I mean, and you got kids. Fucking let them see everything. Let them see the world, man. There's nice shit in Utah. There's nice shit.
That takes money.
Stop acting like you don't have none.
All my money goes back to my business.
That's a nice truck you got out there.
Oh, that's only because my Xterra got totaled.
You had to re-up. And all the way up.
Well, not all the way up, but I had one day this year I was not able to get to work because of the snow. First time in 21 years. I was not able to go to work. Got halfway out the street, couldn't go anywhere. 2-wheel drive.
I need you to man, god
it took me 2 hours to dig myself back into the driveway.
Do you send the kids off somewhere?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you send them to vacation?
No.
Since you don't vacation?
No, we went to Myrtle Beach a couple years ago for like 4 days.
Myrtle Beach ain't no more anyway.
I mean, but that's where we went. I mean, it was free.
That's fucked up for me to say. Too soon, bro. Anyway,
I don't like Myrtle Beach. They can keep all of it. It's ghetto trash down there. I just couldn't. It was very bad.
I've heard.
I thought I was going to go to jail. Actually,
I've heard it's pretty ghetto down there. No thanks.
It was. I had some redneck dude in the back of a truck while we were coming back from where they do what do they call that? The zip line.
Mm-hmm.
Hollering at my oldest daughter. She was like 14 then.
Yeah.
Drinking a beer in the back seat of some clown's truck.
That is not on a side of Robert's to be.
No.
Because Robert gonna say something back to your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, I was like, dude, she's 14.
I'm surprised you were that tame about it.
Oh, my wife was like, just keep walking.
Yeah. Well, she calmed you down from a lot. Because I'm sure you would have done something super irrational.
Oh, I was trying to go back to the truck.
I'm sure you were.
I was going to snatch his dumb ass out and give him a country ass country house ass whipping.
Country house ass whipping.
Yes.
All right.
He needed one.
Is that kind of like roundhouse?
No.
Roundhouse.
Nope. You just keep going until they stop moving.
Oh.
You drag them out by their freaking neck, and you just keep going until they stop moving.
You ever thought about seeing a therapist?
For what? I don't have
know.
anger. I don't have anger management problems.
I don't know. Sounds like you had a lot to think about there.
No, he just had very poor upbringing, so I'm trying to help him out a little bit. It'll help him out a lot later in life, I'm sure.
If he makes it through that life.
I mean, that's not my problem.
I run. That's
like the comedian said back in the day, you know what happened to Stupid, right?
Mm-mm.
He didn't make it.
Because he's stupid.
Because he's stupid. He didn't make it.
Yeah, but that's not a first. I can't decide that.
Sure you can. You can educate ignorant. You can't fix stupid. When they do the same stupid shit over and over and over again, they eventually get eliminated from the population. Instead, we want to coddle them and try to bring them up to speed.
But usually with ignorance, there is the background of stupidity.
No. You can educate ignorant. You can't fix stupid.
You can educate ignorant, but it doesn't mean that they're going to change their ways because they're stupid.
No, because stupid eventually removes itself from society because you can do something stupid enough, he's dead.
Hopefully.
Instead, we want to continue to coddle it and bring it along and think we're going to help it. You're not going to help stupid.
But I think there's too much stupid out there. I think there's more stupid than we probably even imagine.
Remove warning labels. That's how you fix stupid.
Warning label removed.
like a wood chipper. The wood chipper. It's a good example. There's a big warning label of what's going to happen if you put your arm in the wood chipper.
But I don't think anybody would purposely put their arm into it.
I knew a guy that lost both arms in a hay baler because he was too lazy to turn the PTO off. Almost died. There's a big warning. Disengage PTO. You don't stick your hands in the belts. All it takes is done. Sucked off.
Right.
Gone. So the wood chipper, you're 8 feet away from it, feeding this piece of wood into the wood chipper. You see it going into the truck. You know what's going to happen to your hand if you get it in the wood chipper.
But you do realize some people do get dragged in.
Because they're too stupid to let go.
No. If something catches you,
you're not wearing the proper tire to do the job. You let go of the stick.
What are you supposed to wear?
What do you mean what are you supposed to wear?
I mean,
you don't wear big baggy clothes that the limb can hang on and drag you into it.
It don't take much, dog.
If you're that weak, quit. You don't need that job. You need to be selling postage stamps at the post office, one stamp at a time, 37 cents. 37 cents. 37 cents.
My Pepsi pants. Cargo pants, right? The cargo shorts.
Mm-hmm.
You know how easy it is to catch a knob on your cabinet?
You're going to trip and fall.
No. I mean, you're probably you're gonna slow yourself down really fast. You're probably not gonna trip and I wouldn't trip and fall. But I've done it numerous times.
You're gonna trip and fall.
Dude, you catch something on the edge because you got just a little too close to it.
Right.
But it was not like you purposely. I'm gonna just slide close to this counter. And
it's a wood chipper. Instead of trying to push it 4 inches from in there, you get another stick and you finish feeding it.
Here's my thing.
Stupid's gonna go. Oh, I could do that.
But here's the thing. Accidents happen. Whether it was stupidity or not, maybe you stepped into the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's why it's called an accident.
Right.
But there's too many people that do it, and they want to blame somebody else instead of going, oh, man, I got my hand too close.
Right. But, well,
because
this is too late. This is already too late when you get the wood chipper part.
Common sense says, that's going to fuck my hands up if I get it too close. I'm going to get another stick to push it closer.
Yeah.
Remove the warning labels. There should be no warning label on a wood chipper.
Hold on. And to add to that, apparently for the people who leave their kids in cars, they say put something important with your kid. But I thought the kid was the important part.
The kid is the important thing.
But they said put something important with the kid so you don't leave him in the car.
So it's...
What logic are we at now?
Blaming somebody else, so why? That's why they want to put sensors in a car to remind you there's a child in the back seat.
Oh, that's seriously?
Ridiculous. Yes. You haven't heard that. Yeah, they want to put some sort of reminder there's a kid in the back seat.
I thought tire pressure monitors were like too much.
That was like an scapegoat for Firestone.
Okay.
And the people that drove Explorers because they could finally afford one. And they refused to take care of it in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I mean, anybody with 2 brain cells goes, oh man, this car's pulling. Maybe my tire's low. I'll check the tire pressure.
Yeah.
No. Instead, they're going to roll the vehicle and blame Ford or Firestone. And
I think, okay, so I don't know.
Firestone took the heat because they were the I think they were the OE tire on the car.
They were. So, but I did see that there was a defect with these tires. There was a legit defect with the tires.
Most of them was due to low tire pressure. It wasn't due to a defect of the tire because most of them were over 10 years old anyways. It was low tire pressure.
Okay, but I do remember Auto Weekly, one of those car shows back in the day. Mm-hmm. They did do a quote unquote test on one where they literally just let the air out of it and like they were like, "Look, I see it doesn't blow out." It was a horrible test.
They didn't do a test.
They didn't. But the thing is, they drove around the track like maybe did a half a lap and then let the air out of the tire as they were driving because they had some kind of contraption hooked up to it. Mm-hmm. But either way, it was a horrible test. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like that's not for real.
That wasn't a test.
No,
it's just something they could use to blame somebody else.
Yeah,
they were probably paid off.
Probably. The problem was
by Ford.
They got good ratings on that show. Duh.
That way, Ford wouldn't have to take it up and eat that bullet.
Well, then they made some fucking overturning piece of shit. I mean, it's a piece of shit regardless.
Yeah, I mean, Explorer. It had that great 4-liter sock motor in it.
Sock motor?
Yeah. Well, use the same cylinder head on both sides. Right side, timing chain, remove engine.
What?
And they had problems with the guides.
I know nothing about those motors.
Yeah, the left side timing chain's on the front. The right side's on the back.
The motor?
The engine. They flip the cylinder head around and use it on the right side.
Oh my God.
You got to remove the engine to get replace the timing chain on the right side.
That's worse than the timing chains on a fucking B6 Audi.
Oh, those suck.
I know.
A 3-liter jam, right?
Dude, do you know how much it costs in parts?
A lot.
It's $1,000 in parts.
Oh, you must have bought aftermarkets.
No. Okay, no, that was aftermarket, but that's with aluminum guides. Aluminum with plastic coating.
Stupid.
So better guides than what's factory.
Yeah, I don't think they ever.
That's
got away
not
from
including
that.
labor.
No,
that's chains, the guides, and I guess whatever else miscellaneous shit you
might
need.
Even if you just pull the transmission out, that's not that much fun.
You don't do it that way.
I've seen it done.
What, removing the transmission?
The chains on the back? Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just pull the motor? Because you have to do both at the same time?
Somebody's always trying to do it faster.
I guess. I'm just asking questions. I don't know.
Somebody's always trying to do it faster.
Well, they fucked up.
It's been done. I wouldn't do it that way.
No, I wouldn't either. Because I've seen it done and I'm like, there's no way.
Stupid.
And then when I heard about how the AC compressor works and shit, I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? The AC compressor's in the motor, technically. Quote unquote in the motor.
The engine. Well, they got shaft driven ones too.
So it's a power steering pump. But guess how you gotta get to it? You wanna take it out? Pull the motor.
The V8s had a lot of those on like the A6 and A8s. Shaft driven compressors where they got a little coupler that breaks away.
Yeah, they're in those S4s. Same shit.
Mm-hmm.
You need a compressor? Pfft. Sorry, dog. You can't afford this labor.
Nope.
You gonna take out some equity on your house?
Well, they actually sold somebody an aftermarket one when I worked there at Audi.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Well, after the third one, they decided to go ahead and eat the $500 difference. As soon as it cut on, done.
Wow.
As soon as the compressor kicked on, done.
I'm surprised they even let them do. I'm surprised, especially at an Audi dealer, that they let somebody do an aftermarket part like that.
It's all about money. They didn't want to let the job go.
Yeah, but at the same time,
they didn't want to let the job go.
You don't want to let the job go, but now you fucked yourself.
They don't care about that.
Did they not lose money on that?
I'm sure they did.
But clearly they didn't lose a customer.
I think it was Mr. Hamby that got to do that one.
Damn,
Hamby.
Throwing names all out. Everybody's under the table.
No, he was an interesting guy.
I mean, my legs are under this table, man. I don't think there's any more people that can fit under here.
Oh, just take the chairs out. Just take the chairs out. It's all good.
Man, dude, you know who I thought about today?
Hamby's good. Well, I mean, he's good now. He's had to do a little growing up, but he's all right.
Oh, man.
He's all right.
You know who I thought about today?
He and I did have issues. I will say that, but
that is not surprising. Not surprising at all.
He's doing well. He's doing much better now. I'll put it that way.
Good.
So I hope everything's working out for him.
Good. Remember RN guy?
Oh no.
Yeah. Dude.
RN guy. The wheel cover noise?
Oh my god. You know I had to ride with him once? Okay, a little background. And if you guys know this guy or if you see him, flick him the bird. So he's a registered nurse, hence the name RN guy.
You don't say, but he looks like Krusty the Clown.
Bozo. Either one. Take your choice.
Krusty Bozo.
Either way,
Or Krusty Bozo.
this guy it was like a...
That was an L30 Altima. It was like a 2001 because he was pissed off. The A02s came out, and he really, really loved that L31 body.
Yeah. He loved it so much that he'd bring it back to the dealership.
There's a noise while I'm driving.
There's a noise while I'm driving. And I lie to you not. This guy would ride windows up, radio off, and be like, do you hear that? Do you hear that? And you'd hear nothing.
Turn the fan off. Gotta turn the fan off.
Dude, you'd hear air moving past the windows. And he's like, you hear that? Do you hear that? Dude, no. I don't know what the fuck you're hearing, but...
It was the wheel covers.
How many times did he get fucking replaced? Like 5 times? How many times? You know what?
At least 3 that I know.
I remember T cleaned the fucking wheels one day and then put wheel covers on it.
And we had to put tape or something around them to keep them quiet, but then wouldn't be probably 3 months, done again. RN guy. That was the license plate? That was him?
Dude, I specifically remember him.
Oh, that guy.
Because of that.
Look, he is nothing. We had a customer named Dancy was his last name.
Dancy?
Drove a 87 or 88 Maxima. Yeah, mid-90s. We're putting a clutch in it under warranty.
How?
Don't ask me. I can't get a dash on an 08 replaced. This guy's getting a clutch replaced in the mid-90s.
That's fucking insane.
Dude, we put brakes on that car under warranty. We put so much stuff under that guy. I think his car was painted 3 times under warranty.
Painted?
Painted.
Like the whole car?
Yes.
Holy shit.
I don't know who he knew. Absolutely.
That's crazy. And you know what's funny?
Any old school Green Gifford guys knows Mr. Dancy.
So you know what's funny? Back in the day, my mom had a 88 Nissan Stanza. Green Gifford painted the door. Couldn't even fucking blend the goddamn door. So I'm pretty sure that paint looked like shit when it was done. So just saying, yeah, he probably got to paint it twice after that because they fucked it up the first time.
Depends. When was that?
When did it happen?
Yeah.
That was definitely in the mid-90s.
Mid-90s. So you either had Ronnie Hill or Richard Hill painting then.
I don't remember, to be honest. It was a silver Nissan Stanza EXE?
GXE?
EXE.
There was no EXE.
Was it GXE then?
There was an XE and a GXE.
So GXE then.
GXE. Middle of the road.
Dude. No. Well, it didn't have leather.
Yeah, it was middle of the road. Cloth.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a fucking Stanza. It wasn't a Maxima.
Still, you had a couple different trim levels.
I don't think there was one with leather. Was there?
No, but there was one with sunroof.
This had a sunroof.
So you might have had a...
I'll put it to you this way.
GXE.
When I figured out that, remember, like on tapes, you could just fast forward and it would just stop at the end?
Yep.
This would stop at the next track. I don't know how the fuck it did it, but if you had not a dub tape, just a regular
run-of-the-mill cassette tape.
Regular run-of-the-mill cassette tape you bought from the store that already had whoever's music on it. You put it in the radio, you fast forward it, and it would fast forward to the next track and stop and start playing the next track. Dope as fuck for 1988. Power windows, power locks, fucking power sunroof, power antenna.
Yeah, and the regulator or the master brake, and it would go at the end.
Oh yeah, of course.
Be stuck up.
Window regulators are fucking shit. The fucking yeah.
The Maximas had way more problems with the regulators than
really.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it had a center armrest in the fucking back seat, dog.
Especially the J30 bodies, 89 and up Maximas, 89 to 94.
Oh yeah,
we did so many.
Dude, no, hold on. Why are we talking about so much fucking Nissan bullshit, man? God damn it.
They suck.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you.
Today they suck.
240 suck too. They're trash.
I don't care for 240.
Good, because they're fucking trash.
It's like driving a bag of dicks. They're
What's that like? Getting fucked every time you get in it?
I mean, they're They're okay, but they were never anything to talk about.
Well, clearly they are now. Bro, I got an LS flop my fucking 240. Yes, I am bullshit. I am talking shit about 240s. Why? Because they're fucking shit, man.
That's more money than brain cells.
Dude, you got to put so much money into it to make it worth a goddamn.
Just buy a Corvette. You want to do an LS swap on a 240? Just buy a Corvette.
I mean, Corvettes are cool. They're all right. Yeah.
If you want to, maybe you just want a smaller Corvette. I don't know.
A smaller Corvette. It's not even that. It's not that.
I mean, if you like buying tires, LS swap all day long.
I just never, even just sitting in a 240, I never got the appeal of it. The floor is fucking flat with the seat. There's no, like, literally, there's no fucking room in that bitch.
But the biggest thing is they look cool. They look fast.
Look, the only ones that looked cool were the
just
fucking
97s.
Yeah, 97 to 90, and they only made it for 2 years.
Yeah, the S14 something or others.
Yeah,
I forget
S14.
what they call this.
That's S14.
Yeah, but they call it a certain one. I can't remember what it was.
Well, there's the Zinky and the Kooky and was there another one? That's the
whatever they
lights.
were. I had one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, you sold it.
I bought
sold
it. I made money on it. I mean, I made like $800 in that car in 3 weeks.
Good. I'm glad you did.
And it was a slush box.
And you know
so
what?
It was even worse.
It probably got wrecked. It's probably wrecked already.
I don't even care.
Totaled. That's what people do to them. Just total them out.
If it's not a B13 SER, I don't really care.
I know that's your that's your
just
go-to.
another car.
And I actually like those 10 times better.
You didn't
1,000 times better.
You didn't work there when I finally got done with the swap, did you?
Yes, I did.
Were you there when I dumped oil all over the place twice?
No.
In a row?
No, I wasn't there
when
for
I
that.
first did the GTIR swap?
No.
Yeah.
But you mean your Subaru swap? Or no, you had the Subaru front end.
I had the Subaru front end and taillights.
Yeah.
But no, I got all excited. I'm like ready to start the thing up. Put oil in it. Start it up. Like waiting for the oil light to come out. Rev the engine up a little bit and it still ain't going out. I'm like, damn. Get out and there's a lake of 530 Mobil 1 all over the floor. Forgot to put the filter on it.
Big dummy.
Clean it all up. Dump more oil in it. Get all excited. Start it up. Fuck.
Still got an oil filter. It's sitting right on your toolbox.
With an audience. I had like 4 or 5 people standing there.
Nice.
They knew I was going to be done with the swap that day, and they're like, "Oh yeah, cool. We'll
it's
swing
an
by."
anxiety, man. The anxiety of you getting your own shit done.
Man, I was all worked up.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I used to have to go pee before I get my shit done. It's like, fuck, I gotta pee. God damn it.
It was just, I guess I was just so overwhelmed. Like, yes, finally done. Took me like 2 days.
Dude, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Like $6,000. Like, cool.
And it's still slow. Just okay.
Slow?
No, I make good. Didn't you make like 2 something with it?
290.
After you did some work to it, I remember you did you did the Jim Wolf ECU and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, you have to get it tuned by him anyways.
Yeah.
But I had the Cobra airflow meter and fuel pump, and that was it.
Didn't you do some other shit, turbo shit? No.
Front mount. I did do a front mount.
Oh, okay. But did it made like what, 2 something?
296 of the wheels
296
with 274 pound-feet.
Damn. All right.
I mean, they're only 230 stock at the crank.
Only 230 stock at the crank. I mean, what does the tune do? How much power does that put out?
I don't know. When I had it dynoed, it was 296 of the wheels.
I mean, that's good considering. That's why I'm asking.
So it was good.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking fast.
Mid 12s on the street. It was good.
Yeah.
And
that's with good tires?
What's that?
Good tires? Like, what kind of tires are we talking? Street tires?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
No.
I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty fucking good.
I was happy.
I would be happy if I were you. I'd be fucking... I'd piss myself. Probably not that happy, but okay. You see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the gist.
Yes, the gist. I still want to do another one, but I'd like to get 500 out of the next one.
That's stupid.
It's not stupid.
That's
it's
drag.
easy.
That's drag car power.
It's easy though.
But it's not the point. It's drag car power because you can't do anything.
No,
with it.
it's. I'm driving a Sentra.
Yeah, but when you can't get traction because it's obsolete at that point, unless you're in 3rd gear.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah.
You just get drag radials for it at that point.
Yeah, and then now your modifications are different because you have to compensate for drag radials and whatever else.
It won't be. It won't be a daily driver like the other one was.
Yeah, and you're not gonna get a reckless.
No.
No. Yeah.
No, that was bad day.
Yeah.
Bad day. I almost went to jail that day.
Dad, don't go to jail. It's not worth it. You're too old for that shit.
I know, right?
And you might end up not straight when you get out.
Oh, no.
I don't think you have a choice in that matter.
It's straight as an arrow.
I don't think you'll have a choice in that matter.
Oh, there's going to be a choice.
Oh, it's going to be a choice.
I'm telling you, there's no choice.
Look, I'm not saying, I don't know. I don't know what happens in jail, but...
I don't either. I've never been there.
Yeah, neither have I. I don't want to go there.
I've never been to the back seat of a squad car.
Neither have I.
Thank goodness.
Actually, you know what I did one time when I was... How old was I? 15? 14?
Were you shoplifting?
Yeah.
Thief.
It was just only that one time. That one time I got caught. Yeah, whatever.
I did have two brothers that got caught, but not me.
Yeah.
I never got caught.
Ah, see?
I didn't get caught. I was young and dumb.
Lucky.
I was like, I don't know, I was elementary school. It was candy. You gotta have candy.
Yeah, well, you're staying on society.
I'm what?
Nothing.
Did you just call me a stain on society? No, I realized my
your stain that just got washed out.
That was not a good place to be. So I just don't do that no more.
I mean, shit happens. Like, I mean, kids will be kids. Kids do, and especially being, I would say, between the ages of like 14 to 17, you're gonna do some dumbass shit.
But I didn't steal at that age.
Oh, younger than that?
I was in elementary school.
Oh, you were highly influenced by your older brothers. Your older siblings? No.
One's older and one's younger.
You were highly influenced by that older sibling, man.
He's not that much older.
Oh. Well, either way, he started young, too.
We just had fun. We wanted candy.
Oh.
No money, no, we were poor.
Just put it in your pockets and walk out the store? Or attempt to?
Oh, yes.
Like I said,
he got greedy and wanted football cards. The other one wanted something else and at a different time, and he got caught. But
it's like, well, I'm gonna be the first one out the door. Fuck y'all.
Football cards, seriously? Football cards.
We just trying to feed Sweet Tooth, man, and you over here trying to get fucking luxury and shit.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to get by.
You know what? You know how it's funny that cards aren't even a thing anymore. Who the fuck collects baseball cards or football cards?
I don't know. I had
anymore?
a bunch of baseball cards growing up. Football cards. I see them in the stores. I don't see anybody ever buy them.
Right. I don't think they're a thing anymore. I don't see the appeal of it anymore.
No, they're stuck on that dumb shit. What is it? Pokemon and these other magician cards. I'm like, seriously? What are you doing with magic cards?
Dude, there's grown ass folk playing Pokemon though.
Magic cards. You ever heard of those?
I've seen them, but I've never.
The fuck is that?
I don't know anybody who does that.
That's dumb shit.
But what's even more dumb? Having a car hobby where you spend thousands of your dollars into, working on your car and being dirty all the fucking time and working to do mods in your car.
But you got something to show for your money other than a stupid catalog of cars. You got something to do with your time.
You got something to show for your money to people who are interested. Same thing with magic cards and Pokemon.
You're talking like a very small percentage of the population that
doesn't matter.
Two shits to give about a stupid magic card.
But that's your interest. And if there are people who are Facebook groups, Instagram fucking post, whatever. If there's someone into what you are and you see some kind of fascination, you're gonna get into it. So I mean, I
don't know, man. Cards are weird.
Even for the same people who collect,
they're like extreme introverts. Have to be.
Nothing wrong with that. There are people who play fucking video games all day who are extreme introverts, and there's some who are extroverts. But guess what? They come together and they play video games.
Yeah, but then they lose and they start shooting people up. Like,
man,
who's that one kid that did that? Video games are.
But you figure how long have video game competitions gone on, and then now it decides to happen?
I have no idea. Never been my thing,
dude. Back from even Sega Genesis,
we never had none of that growing up.
Computer gaming has been a thing since the 90s.
We never had none of that in our house growing up.
I'm not saying that you didn't have any of that in your house. Okay, so you
even in our house now I think we have a Nintendo Wii.
But my whole thing
we've had a bunch of the video games, but they don't get played.
But my thing is like the fact that happened, and it happened in 2018. So even if you were to say there's been 18 years of legit gaming, and then of course we all know we kind of have this visualization of your computer nerd geek who plays fucking computer games, blah, blah,
All
blah, all
day
that.
long.
That guy's fucking crazy. He's a fucking nerd, blah, 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 whatever. And then that's the guy who fucking shoots up people for no fucking reason because he fucking lost. And it took 20 years, 18 years for that to fucking happen. That just goes to show you that they're all not fucking retards.
I didn't say they were retarded.
Or crazy. Or just introverted.
That's just weird.
How is it weird? It's weird because, of course, like, we didn't grow up with that, so collecting magic cards is fucking weird. But collecting fucking baseball cards isn't. Being fascinated over the fact that, oh man, I've got this Nolan Ryan card, bro. I've got Bo Jackson, man. And you never met these fucking people.
Nolan Ryan.
You never met, and these are people that played baseball when we were growing up.
Goose Gossage. I mean, there's a whole slew of them.
But what's the difference of having this fascination of people you've never fucking met, you probably have never even met seen in person, versus the person who does magic cards?
I guess because magic.
Either way, it's still fucking weird.
I guess maybe magic's a myth, and maybe that's why. It's
but like
smoke
I
and
said,
mirrors.
It's the fascination. Everybody has their fascination. Everybody has the corner that they want to be in, the group that they kind of, even if I don't like this hobby, but these people over here, I can relate to them.
All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right, you'll just open up one little door there for me. Just.
Dude, and that's what I'm here for, man.
You did your job.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
I guess I can see the appreciation of that then.
Yeah, so
we like cars. They like cards. Myths.
It's a thing. It's a thing for people in general. And like I said, I don't even like being into groups, but we're all into groups of some sort,
of one way,
some
shape,
kind.
form, or fashion. Yeah.
So just appreciate what you're in for. What you're in it for. Appreciate people who are in it, and appreciate the things you can get out of it. If there is something you get out of it, whether it's personal satisfaction or friendship,
or both.
There you go.
That's a bonus.
Yeah, I wouldn't know you if I ain't know shit about no goddamn cars.
You had to get a job.
Yeah, I was working on the car wash. I could have stayed there. But fuck that shit.
It wasn't that hard. It just didn't pay nothing.
Dude, standing out in the fucking sun like that, fuck that shit. That's hard enough. No shade.
Were you out there with Wally and them out there? Is that what it was?
No. I worked at a Triple S car wash in Norfolk. Nah. I wasn't with those guys. We're not going to speak on that either. Anyway. So.
The guys are still alive.
Wally out there hustling somebody.
Ain't that the truth?
And you know what? I'll say it. I had to warn somebody about Tim Posh. And it was true. He was doing side work for him. And I was like, yo, look. Be careful with that dude because I know he's shady as fuck. And he was like, yeah, he is shady as fuck. He was like, after a little while of him working for him, like he was paying him whatever. And then he got real shady with shit. And I was like, told you.
Yeah. I could have told you that.
I don't even know him like that. And I know that because of you and the dealership, and we'll just leave it as that.
I feel sorry for everybody that buys a car from him.
I don't fucking know them niggas, and I don't got nothing to do with them.
Well, I know which dealership he owns, and I feel sorry for everybody that buys a car from there.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't send anybody there to buy a car.
Is that the dealership on Battlefield Boulevard? Kind of close by.
No, there is one on Battlefield Boulevard.
Well, yeah, the biker bar. Yep, same side. Yeah,
it's out that direction.
I know where it is. I've seen it.
Never cared for that guy.
Tim Posh. Anyway, I don't give a fuck. So I'll just say people's names. I don't give a shit. If you're a bag of shit, you're a bag of shit. Excuse me. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Whatever.
I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I know there is no doubting that guy. He's definitely a piece of shit.
I think we should give people the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, you gotta high hopes, low expectations. You know, I hope that you're gonna treat me right as a person and not fuck me over. But when you fuck me over, you know what? I guess I should have expected that.
Yeah, you're never gonna make everybody happy.
No,
ever.
But at the same time, when you're dealing with cars, you and I know it's pretty straightforward. Either this car is a piece of fucking shit, or hey, we did this work to it. It's no longer a piece of shit, but
Right.
I'm not saying that it will never break.
You'd be surprised how many people buy a car and expect it to not break while they're making payments. And the first words out of their mouth when it breaks go, I'm still making payments on this car.
My problem, my gripe, I can see both sides.
Yeah, but
if you're 2 years
machine.
well, I understand that, but if you're 2 years in and you're 30,000 miles in, we'll say 30,000 miles.
Yeah. But I'm talking about people that buy a car that's got 100,000 miles on it.
Oh, that's your problem. You already fucked up.
Generally, some useless burden to society in the first place.
Not necessarily, because
I deal with them every year. Trust me, their cars
you're
get
dealing
repoed
with
in
a select few, though.
I mean, only like 500 a year.
But that's 500 of.
That's just
how many people in this area?
That's just my shop.
I know, but I'm saying though.
They buy a car from these little car dealers one time a year or twice a year, probably.
Yeah.
Their IQ is higher than their credit score.
Oh.
They don't have a job. They get their check from the government that the taxpayers fund every year. They put $2,000 down on a car with 100,000 miles on it, expecting not to break. And then they get mad when it breaks. Like, you bought a 10-year-old car with 100,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
It's going to need brakes. It's going to need...
And that's maintenance. That's not even... it broke.
The AC compressor went out. I mean, what do you expect?
But I think people don't realize how many people will actually drive a piece of shit around here.
They're buying a 10-year-old car with 100,000 miles.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, I'll give it to you this way. Go into your local Walmart parking lot. Look how many people have ball tires on the front of their fucking car.
They do.
And I guess you would say, I would bet money you would find over 50%.
And you know what? If they had a blowout, hit something, they'll blame it on a pothole.
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
Or they just, I don't know what happened. No, you know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You have ABS and your brakes locked up for a fucking reason.
But they want to blame somebody else. They don't want to ever take responsibility for it and fix it out of their pocket. It's somebody else owes them.
Yeah. Too many people.
And they will call the dealership and they will bitch and moan and groan.
You know what I think people don't do? I think people just don't self-evaluate. And I mean, give a good, true self-evaluation of.
No, because they don't have any pride in themselves.
I don't think you need pride in yourself. I just think you need to be down to a level where you're thinking about what the fuck you're doing.
Well, they don't need to be driving a Lexus.
Well,
they need to be driving a Corolla.
There you go.
But so they don't want to take responsibility. They want an image. That's all they care about. An image.
I wanted an image. That's why I bought a Saab. Who the fuck has a Saab?
But
I can afford the part though. Kinda.
There's a difference between affording a car and affording the payment. If you bitch about a $70 oil change,
I think it's affording
Lexus,
the car though.
That's part of affording the car.
Yeah.
Is $70 for an oil change? What? Damn thing
synthetic.
Holds...
Can you put a regular in it?
Exactly. Or I mean, like in my place, I only use factory filters.
Yeah.
They're not no $2 filter that Julio Flem buckets.
They're $5 to $10.
Yeah, or more. I mean, some of these.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you
Audi ones and stuff for $15, $16 a filter.
Yeah.
Jaguar, they're not cheap, but
they will work. That's what they're meant for.
Right, they're meant to filter that oil properly.
Right.
The amount of oil pressure they're going to hold. I mean, there's a whole lot to it.
Yeah.
You're not going to put a $2 filter on there and go 10,000 miles like some of the Europeans like to go.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it. The oil they want to sell for 20,000 mile extended oil, great. The oil's going to go that far or that long.
Yeah.
What about the filter? Filter's not made to go that long.
Hopefully.
But you see the Kool-Aid on the TV they're serving up, right? I mean, it's extended 20,000 miles.
Yeah.
On oil. What about the filter? Nobody thinks about it. But I'm saving money.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not saving money.
Well,
so
I gotta pee again, and we're gonna end this after I come back.
Well, good.
So now that we're back, there's another question of the day. The other question that I always ask people. You don't know what it is. Anyway, so...
No, I guess I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's at the end of the podcast, which you told me you've listened to. You listened to the one I last did, but you didn't get to the end yet.
Right.
So, my question for everyone is, At what point in your life did you feel like you were least likely to succeed, and what did you do to overcome it?
Probably in high school, because I was not a popular person.
Just popularity? Or you just felt like you just weren't...
Wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah?
Lived in BFE nowhere.
Where's that?
In Oklahoma.
Ugh.
On a dirt road, 45 minutes from school.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. We drove through 3 school districts to get to school where we lived. We had to get permission from the school to live out of the school district and go to school there.
So was it a better school?
No, it was just it was a way that we were able to go to the same school for more than, a year or a half a year at a time.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I went to like 10 schools. And the last one I got to go through 4 years. So we moved after our sophomore year.
Yeah.
So instead of changing schools again, they allowed us to drive back and forth and stay there. So that was the 10th school we went to, and we were able to finish 4 years there.
Shit.
But we had to drive 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And if it was raining, we couldn't take the 6 miles of dirt road. We had to go around. It took about an hour.
Wow.
Yes. It was a long ride.
So you basically felt trapped where you were, or you just couldn't think outside of the box?
The next day.
The next day after you graduated?
After I graduated.
I think you probably made a good decision. I mean, if you're really that far in bumfuck Egypt, like...
I mean, I've been working since I was 12.
Right.
Farmers, hauled hay for 5 years. It's work.
I mean, so what was your motivation to leave, though? Like, or if you could come up with just a quick reason, just a quick, short reason of why you left, like, what would you say?
Me and my mother didn't get along very well.
Well,
that was
trying to get all there, but yeah,
there was nothing else really out there other than that. I mean, I was happy doing farm work. It's good. It's a job never ends.
Yeah,
paid decent. I mean, I was like,
do you think that's kind of where your motivation came from?
Probably.
Yeah, and farm work's hard shit.
And we were poor. I didn't want to grow up poor. I didn't want to be poor anymore.
Yeah.
As far as we had 7 kids in the household.
Yeah.
Not a lot of money. So we didn't go do extracurricular things. We didn't have none of that. So it was just go. So
all right,
school,
I'm out.
Hang out at the house. Yep. That literally the next day. Graduated May 17th, left the 18th, got here the 20th.
Damn.
My mom left here when I was like 3. Hadn't been back till I was 17. Done. First day at work was June 6th. So between May 20th and June 6th,
that was at Green Gifford?
I got a job, yep.
Damn.
And he only hired me because I was a farm boy. Farm boys work.
Yeah. Because they know what hard work really is.
To this day, Richard Kephart, he's the guy that hired me originally. Yeah. They tell you to this day, that's the only reason he hired me. Farm boys work.
That is a very true statement. I only know of one person who was an actual farmer. I don't think he farms anymore. I think he drives trucks now. But
probably pays a lot better.
I want to say probably more steady. I mean, because you're dealing with the seasons and whatnot, and he was actually, the property he was on was soon to be sold to be new development. So he had limited time on that property as well. So added with that and him having kids, I'm pretty sure that probably was the decision that he made.
Right.
But
that was my reason for getting out of cycling.
What?
Children.
Kids?
Couldn't afford to cycle no more.
Nah, because cycling's not cheap.
It's not.
It's not. I know it's not. I mean, I need new cables on mine. It's $100 right there. Parts and labor. Mm-hmm. And it's not like you're thinking $100 on a car part. No, it's $100 on a bicycle.
Yep. So putting brake pads on mine cost me $150 years ago. That was 2000.
They make it a little bit easier now, so you could probably do it yourself.
Oh, they were easy then.
Well, quote unquote.
Except they had like a little aluminum tube that had to go onto the caliper to keep the brake fluid cooler because the new fluid or the new brake pad material got hotter.
Yeah.
Which would cause the brakes to drag because the fluid would expand and drag.
It's always some bullshit.
Yeah.
See, but now everything it's I don't think hydraulic is as popular now. I think they've gotten cable to where it's good and it does probably what you needed to do on your bike?
I don't know. It's still hanging in the garage.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's been hanging there for 17 years now. Almost.
damn dog, time to.
Almost 17 years.
You ever thought about selling it?
It's a mountain bike. You don't get much for them.
Yeah. I mean, better than just let us sit around and do nothing.
Maybe I'll get
Someone
on
else
it.
might enjoy it.
Maybe I'll get on it. You never know.
Oh yeah.
Still fits. Might have to buy new shoes.
Your feet grow?
No, but they're plastic.
Kinda.
They shrink a little bit. They might not fit the same.
I mean, they're plastic and other materials. Hopefully, they didn't shrink, but so much.
I ain't put them on in years.
Look, you didn't get the ones with the carbon fiber soles. You ain't got to worry about those shrinking.
No, I don't think I bought the ones with carbon fibers.
I have like one pair of shoes that have carbon fiber soles. That was my pride and joy. But they suck, so whatever.
Then why keep them? Buy another pair.
Oh, I have another pair.
Okay.
But I was just saying I had a pair.
You had a pair and they just sucked.
Yeah. They did all right. They just sucked. They're
Yeah.
beginning. They were the first pair of shoes I bought.
And you're a road bike too, so that's different.
Well, the other part of it is I have big ass feet, so guess what? No one stocks my size.
So you got to order them.
Yeah, I found
And hope they fit.
these were ones that were ordered and returned, and then they were marked half off. So
score.
Yeah, 150. How much? $150, $120. I paid for $300 shoes. I'll pay that.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
It's a
So I
good
bought
deal.
them, rode them for a couple years, and then did my first century on them, and yeah, my feet hurt.
I never did one of those. I take.
Well,
that
you
back.
did mountain bikes, so I wouldn't expect you to do that.
We did the Wild 100 once. It turned out to be 100 miles in 12 hours. It sucked.
On a mountain bike?
Yes.
Yeah, it does suck. Because you're not set up to do that.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was bad.
Yeah. I mean, there are some races that are lengthy like that, but at the same time comes with training. You have to condition yourself for that. So if you put yourself in a situation and you're only used to riding 20 miles, sorry, 50 miles sucks, and the last 20 miles is even worse.
It was just bad because it started raining at the end. It was dark.
Shit.
It was just pick something. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Ass hurts like a motherfucker. You're like, I can't wait to get on
The first time I
motherfucking bike.
And I was joking them guys. A fudge sickle they got on. They was like a maxi pad under their ass in these shorts.
Thought you had it's called a chamois.
Yeah, I know what it is now, but I'm thinking the first time I see this, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Gayer in a bag of dicks. Yeah. No, after that ride, I was ready to. I get two pair. I get two of those.
Yeah.
Let's go. Greatest thing ever.
Dude, and people joke. People make fun about it. Oh, you got a diaper in your pants.
Yep.
Fuck you.
I said that once.
Once.
Not anymore. My ass hurt for a week.
Yeah. Dude, that shit, it fucks you up.
You're done. You don't do nothing. You can't sit on the couch comfortably.
Well, you can. You just got to sit on your back, not on your ass.
You're not sitting on your ass. You can't sit on the couch.
That's what I said. Sit on your back. You got to slouch down in it.
You're leaning on the couch.
Yeah.
You're not sitting.
Or just laying.
Or laying, right, on your side.
You know what? Something I did this weekend that I didn't think that I would even try? I went to a climbing gym. You ever tried that?
Rock climbing.
Or I would just say I went to a climbing gym, not actual rock climbing, because we weren't on actual rocks. Climbing gym is basically just, it's a mimic.
A bunch of walls with
different kind of quote unquote rocks that are bolted to it that you can grip on.
Mm-hmm.
Each one is graded at a certain level, so you have anything from 0 to 10, 0 being the easiest, 10 being the hardest. Dude, I did it 2 days in a row, which probably is why my back hurts, but that shit is a fucking workout. My arm still hurt from that shit.
Yeah, just
you're
hanging out by your fingertips.
Yeah. I mean,
and then you're almost like a contortionist at the same time to get to the next rock.
Yeah and no. It's not the bad as contortion. You do a lot of stretching, you do a lot of moving with certain parts of your body, and you're picking yourself up continually to go up higher. Sometimes you're going straight up, sometimes you're going like sideways up. So you have to, let go instead of having two hands and your feet planted, you have one hand holding you. Your feet are kind of just holding you upright, but you're holding yourself up to the wall with one hand, and you're reaching for something with another hand, and then you got to pull yourself up.
That's a lot of muscles in there to get used.
Dude, it's fucking intense. It's fun though.
I've never been.
You should try it.
I mean, I pay for a gym membership now. I don't go.
Oh. Well, this would be something. Maybe
I haven't been in like 6 months.
I would say maybe something for the family because kids do it too. There was kids at this gym that were fucking climbing that shit, and I'm just like, man, fuck y'all's body, man. I wish I could do it that fast.
And they're light.
Exactly the point. And what kid can't run, jump, and fucking climb shit? The really fat ones, but we were not talking about them.
Have you ever seen a dog tick? I've seen some kids that look like that.
But like we're not talking about. We're just talking about your average kid, like your daughter. She could do that shit, dude. I guarantee you, she would climb that shit 10 times faster than you could, and be like, "Wow, man, it was easy. Can we do it again?"
Oh yes, my oldest one
Keep doing
for sure.
Yeah, no, the youngest too.
I don't know if she's got the concentration for that.
If certain situations, if they're interested in it, they can.
She could probably do it.
Yeah.
The oldest one, oh yeah, no doubt. And if she couldn't, she'd do it till she did it. For years, she could do a pull-up. Or not years. For a long time, she could do a pull-up.
Yeah.
Every day, she went to the pull-up bar in the house. Every day.
And tried it at least once?
At least twice a day. Tried it once.
All right. Fair enough.
Eventually, she did a pull-up. She was so excited.
And with this, because I can't do a pull-up, you don't need to do pull-ups. If you can do a pull-up, you probably do have a huge advantage, but I can't do any.
Even as a gymnast, she couldn't do a pull-up.
She's a gymnast?
Mm-hmm.
But she can. What does she do?
What do you mean?
Like does she do a certain thing in
all 4 events?
Huh? Can't do a pull-up?
She didn't then, but she can now.
Huh? Was she good then?
Yes.
And she couldn't do a pull-up?
Different muscles. Gymnasts use the females use a lot of core, legs.
Yeah.
Not so much arms.
But they do a lot of like handstands and shit
Technique.
too. I would think over time you would build
over time, but this has been 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe about 10 years ago.
But I will definitely say with the rock climbing thing, you don't need to do a pull-up. If you can hold your body weight, like if you could stand on something that was not easy and hold your weight to a wall, you're good. That's all you need. You can go there, climb a couple times, 5 or 6 times, whatever, and you'll be like, okay, I'm done.
So do they have memberships at this place?
So I went to one in Richmond, and they do have memberships there, but
they don't have any around here, or do they?
There is 2 around here. There's one called Latitude that is in Norfolk by, I think that one's off Virginia Beach Boulevard, and there's another one in Virginia Beach called the Rock Gym.
I'll have to look into that.
I had a friend tell me yesterday, he was like, they looked it up on the internet on a Sunday, climbed a couple times. He was like, that was all he needed. Don't want to do it again.
Now, did you have a harness to hold you if you fell?
So this one has, the one that he went to, which is the one in Norfolk, they just padded floors.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can climb as high as you want, and then you can jump down or fall down, whichever. But the one that I went to, so this one it's a bigger gym, and it's an actual gym meant for that. Upstairs is the padded floors. It's called bouldering.
Okay.
So the ceiling goes as high as maybe 20 feet. That's the highest.
Not super high.
Not super high. Like I wouldn't jump down from that high. I'm gonna climb down just a little bit and then I'll jump down. But then they have like what they call they have like the actual like big shit downstairs. Mm-hmm. So that takes you to the top of the second floor. Like if you climb all the way to the top, and they have what's called you belay for someone, which is someone it has another rope, or they have auto belays, which basically scary as fuck. I know it is,
but they work.
Yeah, they do. But you basically when you get to the top, you just like
jump out.
You just jump out and let it catch you, and it's the scariest shit you've ever done for the first time.
Yeah, but they're cool.
It's cool as shit.
A couple times.
It's cool, but the first time you're gonna be like, I can't do this. So you're gonna start climbing down. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you don't slip or you don't lose energy, because then you're just gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah, because
I gotta do
bidet,
it,
aren't you?
Yeah, you're gonna need that bidet because you're gonna shit your fucking pants when that thing fucking finally catches you. You're gonna be like, oh my god. But when someone else belays you, it's more controlled because basically they're holding you up in they have like
the harness on you, and then
they have the harness on you, and it has a
them.
brake in it. So basically, as you climb up, they tighten it and they put on the brake. So when you fall, that's where you are.
Right.
You can continue on, or you can have them let you down. It's a lot more controlled, and they can do it slower, so it's not so traumatic.
I like the automatic ones.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's
scary for the first couple times, but I've been on the
you've done it before?
Like zip lines.
Oh, okay.
And you zip line down to the platform, and then you jump off, drop to the boat.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of falling. So that was...
Well, it's not the fall that's going to kill you anyways.
No. But you don't understand. I don't have a fear of heights. I can be as high as I want to. Hanging off of whatever. But if I'm falling, that's when the real fear sets in.
Yeah, it's that sudden stop at the bottom.
No. I'm scared.
It's going to hurt.
I'm scared as fuck the entire time until I die. Or whatever. Whatever happens. I'm scared as fuck. Like, people were... we had one chick who was like... She got to the top... And I could see it in her face. She was freaking the fuck out. More than I was. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. If she can get down, I can get down. So we're both climbing down at the same time because we couldn't deal with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
First and second time, now we're, okay. Now we can do it.
I'm trying to remember what that mud race we did was.
Tough Mudder?
Tough Mudder. I did one of those.
Fuck that shit. I didn't know that shit was that long.
You know that those electrical things that are hanging down and just off the water, and you gotta
it's basically an electrical fence
first.
Sideways.
Yeah, you gotta crawl underneath it in the puddle of water. Like I don't know.
Where two people got scabies a couple years ago.
I'm like I'm definitely afraid of electricity.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, definitely. Got bit by a TV once. I don't take appliances apart anymore.
But wait,
the TV.
You took it
Took the back off a TV. I was looking around
while it was plugged in.
Nope, it was unplugged.
Oh, you got residual.
The picture tube in the back is like a capacitor, and it was the prettiest blue arc I ever seen.
For that short time,
it hurt when it slammed me on the ground, and I laid there for like 45 minutes. Couldn't feel my arm. Felt like I had an elephant on my chest. It was bad.
Oof.
So I'm standing there watching these people crawling and get this shock. Girls. I can't let the girls do it. I mean, you can go around if you want.
Yeah.
But, no. Man, I get underneath there in that water and that thing pops me. I'm hurting. Scared out of my mind. Pop, pop, pop.
I could just imagine you like, oh, God, motherfucker.
But I would like start to run at the front of it and stop. I got to back up. No. I think 3 or 4 girls go. Can't let the girls do this. I made it through it, but man, that was bad.
I mean, but that sets you closer to not being afraid of it anymore.
Nope. Still don't like changing a light bulb.
I mean, of course, but you'll do it, right?
I don't like it.
You don't like it, but the thing is like even before, you probably wouldn't have done it at all.
I was gonna buy a dryer a couple years ago because the dryer sheet got caught underneath the drum was making a noise.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't taking it apart. I'm gonna go buy another dryer.
Those don't have capacitors in it. I think you're good. It's only an electrical motor.
I have no idea what's in it. Don't care. Appliance breaks. Buying another one.
Okay, but let's start small. You'll change the light bulb though, right?
I don't like to change light bulb.
But you will do it though.
Change the light bulb, yes.
Look, you're that much closer to getting over the whole electricity thing. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure before that you never even changed the light bulb. You wouldn't even touch it.
Yeah, I changed the light bulb.
You
like
would?
It. I just don't like it.
Oh.
Toaster break. I'm buying another one.
Maybe you're good for life.
Just a light bulb.
Oh no, a toaster break, man. You should have thrown that shit away 10 years ago anyway.
I don't take it apart.
Unless you bought the $5 one from Kmart.
I don't know what I have over there, but
that cheap ass $5 Proctor Silex that ain't worth a damn.
No, I think it's a GE, but
no, no one has those. Those things are fucking garbage anyway.
I was gonna say, are they still in business?
Of course not.
They just changed the name.
They don't exist. Sears, Kmart, same thing.
Sears. That's in history books. They
used
used to sell houses.
Craftsman. Oh, dude. You know how many people don't even know that?
A lot of people, because they didn't pay attention in class.
They never told us that in my high school. I kind of paid attention, but history wasn't my thing. No, my friend used to live in Portsmouth. His house is a 1920s Sears kit house.
There's not a whole lot of them left.
You look in the catalog, there is a picture of what would probably be his house.
His house. 1929.
It's fucking dope. It's awesome. Who the fuck knew you can go to Sears and order a house? Not a trailer, a house.
Back then, you could get anything from Sears.
Yeah.
Literally.
Everything. You could buy the house and appliance the house and probably get house insurance from fucking Sears.
I don't know if they had insurance, but I don't know if insurance was a thing back then.
I was just joking. I mean, I was just going far-fetched with it, but
I'm trying to remember when that scam started.
You know what's funny? I actually work with somebody, and that's the funny. That's exactly what she says.
Insurance is a scam.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a scam.
You pay into something that you make a claim for, and then your rate goes up,
or you're dropped.
Or yeah,
it's that simple. Yeah. You gotta find somebody else. Close that chapter. Nobody wants to take you on at that point.
Yeah.
What'd you get canceled for? My house blew down.
Yeah, or a natural disaster.
Right.
Like a fucking hurricane? Oh, well, we don't cover you for that. Wait,
Nope.
what? What the fuck are you here for? Oh, because I didn't pay the extra premium on that.
Correct. But you know they will pay for, a good example, Porsche. When I worked there. They had Audi and Jaguar. Customer declines their annual service, which includes cleaning the drains of their convertible 911.
Mm-hmm.
Decline. Oh, drains are stopped up. It rains, fills the thing with water. Now you got $10,000 worth of damage. Insurance company will cover it. And pay for it. Even though there's documentation, they decline their service to prevent that from happening. But
I'm sure that, well, I'm not going to say.
Storm floods. Oh, you don't have flood insurance on your house.
Yeah, but they'll cover water damage.
From neglect.
Right. Or even just a fluke. But, what's the difference of the water coming from the fucking roof or the water coming in the door because you didn't know that you didn't live in a flood zone and now it flooded?
The power of the pen.
Well, and
I told you about that earlier, power of the pen.
But at the same time, I don't want to say you have to know everything, but you got to know a lot.
That's why you got to pay a lawyer.
Not even that. To get through life without getting fucked over. Either you got to know something, know someone, or know someone who knows someone.
That knows something.
Or just know someone who knows something.
Vicious circle.
It's rough life, man.
I can't win. All I can do is take one step at a time.
That's why extroverts win.
That's why what?
That's why extroverts win. Anyway.
When's my turn to win? I want to win.
I mean, I think you're winning right now, right?
I'm surviving.
No, you're doing things, man.
Surviving.
You're doing things. You're being successful. You're living a life that people wish that they live.
They don't want to work that much.
Doesn't matter.
They just want to live the life. They don't want to work that much to get the life.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
but you're doing things. You're doing things to the point where people wish that they probably were you. Well, they probably maybe someone even wish they had the motivation that you do.
Maybe hopefully I'm an inspiration to somebody. How about that?
Well, there you go. Yeah. Like, man, I wish I could be that guy, or I wish I could be like that guy to do other things. I wish I could work 24/7. Not, because I don't ever want to do that shit. Ever in my life, don't want to work that goddamn much.
I don't know if I can work. I mean, I can work 24 hours. I can work 40 hours at a time. But after about that, I got to sleep for a few hours.
Nope. Don't even want to do it. Don't want to put myself through it.
It's not for everybody.
It's not. And it's not for most people. I think that there's just a lot of people who don't want to do that.
They can't even get to work on time, let alone work that many hours in a row.
You know, I'm striving to be on time now.
Yeah, what's on time, though?
Actually, early to work.
What's on time? Supposed to be to work at 8. What's on time?
You should be walking in the door at 7:50, and you should be ready to clock in.
7:50?
You should be ready to clock in at 7:55.
Do you get a cup of coffee or anything when you get to work?
No, my coffee's already made. I just put milk in it when I get to work. Or almond milk, excuse me.
Boot up your computer, any of that jazz?
I mean, my computer's already on. I just Windows lock and it unlocks.
So if you're planning on being there every day at 7:50.
No. So I have to be to work at 8:00. My goal is
supposed to start work at 8:00.
Yeah. So at 8:01, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Why 8:01? Why not 8?
I don't know.
You're supposed to start work at 8.
Because sometimes I don't clock in until 8:01 if my computer's being that fucking slow.
But if you got to work on time, 7:30.
No.
Why not?
Nah, it's too early.
What happens if you get a flat tire on your way to work?
Huh? We'll just drive on. I don't give a fuck. It's not that far.
Just drive on it.
Huh? Shit happens.
More money. You got a lot of money.
And you know how many people actually go to my direction in my job? So it probably wouldn't be that hard to get a ride.
But what if you didn't? That's my point.
Whatever.
I had 3 guys call in Monday morning.
Well, they called in like late, or they called in not showing up.
One of them had an ultrasound. He actually told me Sunday night that he wasn't going to be there. He had an ultrasound with his wife.
Excuse.
The other one sent me a message Monday morning, probably 7:20. He's got to find his driver's license.
I don't think that's an excuse. I would just drive with no driver's license. Like, officer, sorry, I got a job to go to, but...
Except he got in a little trouble on the weekend before. The weekend before.
Oh.
So they took his license for 7 days. He didn't know where it was at. Then the other one had to be at the bank at 9 o'clock for some reason.
Oh. Buy the house, maybe? Yeah, whatever.
Wow. I'm a Lone Ranger at this point. It's 7:45.
Here's my thing. Do I equate for the flat tire? No, because more than likely I'm not.
Or the traffic.
There was only one time where I got in trouble with traffic because it took me 15 minutes to get to where I could see that there was an accident and I shouldn't go that way. Then I fucking had to go around the other way and take another route.
But that happens a lot here. People go, it's traffic. You've lived here for 20 years. You spit on the sidewalk twice. Everybody loses their bloody mind.
But that's what I'm saying. No. So you're familiar with Portsmouth, right? Chesapeake-ish, George Washington Highway?
A little bit.
I turned on a canal. It took me 15 minutes to get to Military Highway.
All right. But you know where my shop is.
Yeah.
It took me 45 minutes to get to the Harley-Davidson store on my way home one day. 45 minutes.
I would have turned off at 10 wherever you have one.
Yeah, but Independence was backed up. Witch Duck's backed up.
No, I would have took it in that neighborhood and went to a bar and fucking just fuck it. I don't wait in that shit. But no, because I dealt with that for when I worked at Pepsi. Dude, for 2 years I worked by the ocean front, and if I was going home and traffic was that bad, I would stop at a fucking bar and fucking I'd sit there, have 2 or 3 beers, and then I'd drive, and then I'd go home. I'm not waiting in this shit. I'm not wasting my life in traffic.
In the car.
I would have rather go to a bar, have a few beers, maybe chit chat with some people, maybe get on my phone and do some shit, than sit in my fucking car wasting life. Yeah. So just make something of it and fucking go elsewhere.
I guess there's only a couple of bars around there that I could have gone to.
I'm gonna say you could even go to a bar.
Kitty's.
Yeah. I mean,
should have went back to work. Really, is what I should have did.
You could have done that. Actually, you know what? In my job, I got to the point now where I would rather wait 15 minutes after I actually get off than to get in my car and sit in this bullshit and watch these people drive like fucking assholes.
At 5 o'clock?
You know who the people who are the worst drivers? People who work in fucking offices. Because,
I was going to say women, but...
No. People who work in offices. Because their mentality is like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm serious.
5:01, I'm late getting out of here.
Yeah, exactly. So, I wait my 15 minutes. I get the fuck out. Just so I don't have to sit in the traffic and deal with everybody being assholes. The one guy who drives the fucking red Audi Q5 who, instead of being in the left lane and waiting like everybody else, who gets in the right lane, who goes all the way to the front and then turns out to the intersection and then goes.
I get behind that guy at, well, not that guy, but the guy that does that all the time on the Berkeley to get in the tunnel.
What, stays?
He wants to stay in the left lane to go straight.
Yeah.
And then stop until somebody will let him in so he can get through the tunnel to go to Portsmouth.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, I graze his mirrors on my way by with no horn on.
Fucking dick.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm not sacrificing my car for...
I'm not going to hit him. But I'm going to let him know.
Potentially sacrifice my car for...
It's not happening. I'm not going to hit him. I'm just going to graze his mirror.
Stick your arm out the window and smack his mirror. With some brass knuckles on.
That might hurt my hand. I ain't going to go
That's
that
what
far.
the brass knuckles are for. It's like, sir, what do you need brass knuckles for? Because I like punching mirrors.
It's, like going around a corner. They always want to drive into your lane because you're on the inside. So I purposely move.
Swerve at him.
I give them a little lane check is what I call it. I just move right on over and, rub tires a little bit.
Skim right person. You probably skim right at him and look at him.
I do. I get right on over there and look at them. And they're like, oh, I'm just waiting for one to hit a rail one day, the guardrail on the other side, because they oversteer.
Watch out for this guy and what he drives. I'm not going to say that.
They never know what I'm going to drive.
A Nissan. Anyway.
Today
so we're going to end this. We're almost at 2.5 hours.
Already, yeah. It might be time to go and get some shut-eye. It's what, 10:30?
Yeah, man. Late.
It's late.
Damn it, it is 10:30. But yeah, we'll send you your shop. Give us your address, phone number, social security number, credit card number, whatever whatever you're willing to share.
All right. Well, it's Town Center Auto Repair, 4861 North Witch Dug Road. Phone number is 757, of course, 490-0708. And we work on just
got a Facebook or anything?
I think there is a Facebook, and I got a web page. I don't know how to get to any of it except the Facebook page, but I rarely post. I'm too busy working.
Well, you don't need to post just for information.
But it's there, yeah. But there is a Facebook page. There is a web page.
Okay, we'll figure it out, and I'll link it, and I'll piss you off and annoy you with it. Maybe they'll send you a bunch of Facebook Messenger.
As long as I don't get on telemarketers, I'm good.
Oh,
I get enough of those.
Hopefully not.
But I got this new phone that gives me this call block option. I hit.
Every iPhone has that.
It does?
Fuck yeah. Every iPhone.
All right, so when we end this, you're going to have to show that to me because I have no idea.
You have an iPhone?
I hope so. It did yesterday.
All right, cool. Well, see you peeps next weekend. All right, we're out. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of the podcast, Least Likely to Succeed. If you want to reach out to me via email, my email is leastlikelytosucceedpodcast@gmail.com. My Twitter handle is OneChrisChuck. Facebook is Chris Chuck. And my Instagram is BlackAssChris. If you're using iTunes or Google Play, please subscribe and give me a review and a rating. I would greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you guys stay tuned to the next episode. And yet again, I thank you for listening.